I say little super. I am actually big super. So we're going to see how this goes. I started the live without the microphone. I think I'm just going to do it without the microphone today. So we won't have the mic. I was thinking about putting it back up, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it today because I think last time I messed with my sound and your girl was super late. So let's see if the sound is in. I'm super late, so I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. And then I'm going to turn on my okay, you guys can hear me. Turn on my do not disturb. We won't have a mic today, but that is okay. So we will make it work. I appreciate you. I am Dr. Lisa. I talk about all things live streaming. So come on in. We are going to get to talking really quickly and chat a little bit about how to go live. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate all the support. So we're going to talk about how to go live with confidence and ease. And as you can tell, I'm rushing a little bit because I am running late. Trying to get to the other side, the other streets, the other side of the streets, and talk a little bit over there as well. So let me know if there's any questions. I appreciate you all being here. We are going to get to talking and chatting just a little bit so that you guys know I am live. And so we're going to get to talking about all things live streaming. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer questions. I'm always happy to assist you in your go live journey. So feel free to come in, ask questions as well. Hey, Idea Barista, you were live today. You were live, Fred. I missed it. Oh my gosh, I missed it. And so just know that we're talking all things live streaming. So I'm fixing my board on TikTok to make sure that that's up. Hey, how you doing? How was your live today? I missed it. But how was it, friend? Hopefully it went well. Did you have visitors? Did you have a good stream? I didn't get a chance to pop in. How did it go? Setting up my screen now to go live. So appreciate you all being here. It was good. A connection was made. I love when that happens. Awesome, awesome. That's a win. Meaning that you said a connection. That means like somebody who is looking to go into your community. Is that what you mean? All right. I love that. If that's the case, I love it regardless. Connections are connections. Connections are always a good thing. Between two guests. Okay. Good. All right. That is a good thing as well. So, thank you. Hey, Divine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the room. I'm Dr. Lisa. If you're new to my room, give me a thumbs up. You see that thumbs up? You'll see it down here. Click that thumbs up for me, as well as click that subscriber button and the bell to get notification when I go live and post content. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining me and spamming my chat. So be careful. My moderator, Idea Barista, is here, and she is monitoring the chat. So we talk about all things live streaming. That's what this page is about. So if you have questions about how to go live, how to connect with your target audience, how to build your brand, feel free to ask questions. I co-stream, so this is going to be co-streamed where I'm on YouTube, and then I'm going to go over into TikTok. We're going to talk about that platform. There's a little bit more. It's multifaceted. There's a lot going on TikTok, and so YouTube for me is the long game. You got to be in it. You got to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to grow and build. However, TikTok is where I'm also a creator network agency. That's a free program. I help people in training, development of going live and building their live stream community. And so let me know if you have questions. I always like to answer questions from my YouTube folks, but just know you're understanding things about going live in the context of TikTok and a little bit of YouTube. So let me know if you have questions. I am a YouTube partner, and so that's the affiliate program for the shop affiliate, being able to have memberships, also the gifting that happens here. And so I was able to unlock that in technically under a year of going live. So really proud of that. And so we talk all things live streaming. If you have questions about YouTube, you can also ask my moderator, Idea Barista. She has a couple different channels here, and she's really big on optimization for your YouTube. particularly since YouTube is a search engine. It's actually not social media, it's a search engine. So you want to be able to make sure your platform is optimized correctly. And so let me know if you have any questions about that. And then we're going to go live on TikTok in just a moment. So feel free to connect. If you are a live streaming host, let us know. Yes, let us know. Put that in the chat. Do you go live? Absolutely. And let us know which platform you prefer. I love that. Great question. Get the folks engaged. What's your name? Where you from? Which platform do you like? So we know exactly what you're doing, friends. We would love to engage. So that's the number one thing. You want to keep the engagement going. You laughing at me? I'm serious. Thank you for that question. Keep in mind you have to be 18 years and older to go live. We'll probably talk a little bit about the community guidelines. We had a webinar yesterday, so we'll talk about that. I want to make sure you guys are keeping it on the up and up so that you continue to grow and grow up on these apps. So you got to make sure you are doing things according to the platform's guidelines, whether it's YouTube or TikTok. TikTok is a little bit more detailed and strict, and I think they're ahead of the curve when it comes to being intentional about what you can and can't do on the platform and trying to have some type of guardrails behind how people are conducting themselves. The other platforms are probably going to have to follow suit if they haven't started already. YouTube is starting to do that because of some of the issues they've had in the media. But yeah, so I would say, yeah, get ready for it. All right, friends, thank you so much. We're going to go live on TikTok. You're going to hear me say the words for the algorithm to get us started, and we'll get going. TikTok live, live on TikTok. Come in, ask questions. I am live hosting on TikTok. I'm giving beginner friendly tips. Come in, ask questions about how to go live. Ask questions about the live streaming process. Come in, giving beginner friendly tips. Hello, Dr. Speaks. Welcome to the room. We are talking all things live streaming, giving beginner friendly tips. So come in, ask questions, friends. How to go live with confidence and ease. We're talking about live streaming tips. TikTok live tips. Good morning. How are you, friend? I'm going to share out my live. You hear me saying the words that the algorithm wants me to say. So I appreciate you all being here. We're giving live streaming tips, so feel free to come in. If you are a beginner, nervous, afraid, shy, hey pals, come in and ask questions about how to go live. I want to go live, but I'm nervous. Okay, friend? You're exactly who I'm speaking with. So come on in. Hey, Sabrina, welcome to the room as well. Others coming in, I appreciate you all joining. We are liking the live. So we have the first 10 minutes, just so that you know, Dr. Speaks. I usually spend this time warming up the room, saying the words that matter to my algorithm, so you're hearing me in real time get started. And so this exercise, this warm-up exercise is to get people in, get the engagement going. Hey, Demetria, get the engagement going. And I'm introducing myself. I'm chatting with all of you. And so the first 10 minutes, we like to say get 10K likes. That, like right now we're at 1.3K, 10K likes in 10 minutes. And that is also helping to get the algorithm warmed up as well. And so we do that as a tapping exercise, and that's liking the live. If you literally take your finger and tap the screen, if you're on a mobile device, you'll see little hearts pop up. That's what these hearts represent, people liking the live. And the numbers here under my name is where that's reflected. Hello, friend. Greetings, greetings. How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Hey, Tina, welcome to the room. Black Lotus, welcome to the room as well. My clap still don't work. The sound bar, Unwritten Unstoppable, welcome, friend, is still not working. Hello, my friend. Black Hawaiian, welcome to the room. What if you do a live and no one comes in? That is the best live ever. I'm just going to say that. It really is. I'm at C5. Woohoo, you are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Well, let me answer Dr. Speak's question real quick. That actually is a good thing, because in the beginning it gives you the opportunity to practice and start connecting with the few people who are coming into your room. Click their photo, read their bio, and so little things like that you can do. You also can kind of find out where all the features are located. Okay, so you can kind of play around with the features, play around with effects. This is an effect. Sound effects is where I'm clapping and cheering. There's a sound bar. And so you can do all that as part of your learning. And then honestly, it's a time to practice your message. Like, what are you going to say? How are you going to say it? What are the things, what are the type of questions you want to get your audience engaged? So all that you can do when no one's in the room. So it's a good thing. Good morning. Won't be, oh, you won't be here too long on my break. Thank you so much, Dr. Joanna James. Welcome to the room. Unwritten Unstoppable. Let me cheer for our friend Demetria. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you, friend. That is big news. That is what's up. You are doing your thing. C5, so you're in the C League. I love it. Carmen, you said soundbar. Thank you for the shares. I see you. Thank you for the populars. Appreciate the support, everybody. So yeah, there's a wand at the bottom bar. There's a wand. When you click that, you get to the sound bar, and you get the sound effects. And there's a bar you can tag at the bottom. My sound bar has not been working. This whole bottom banner, when something's down there, for some reason, it's not picking up the touch feature. So it's not registering that you're touching it. It's there, but it's not picking up the touch. So somehow it's not working properly. And that has been the case. So I actually have to go back into the wand each time and click the sound effect directly there to make it happen, as opposed to being quick access below. But it is all good. I am good with it. Hey, no, it does not stop no show for me. Keep it moving. You said I need a mentor. Okay, friend. I do one-on-one consultations, and then I also do coaching. So I do coaching as well. Is it better to use your phone for a live? I am pro phone, 100% pro phone. I tried my laptop, and I have some creators in the agency that use their laptop, use their desktop. My laptop, I probably need a separate one just for streaming, to be honest with you. My laptop is so I use it heavily. I don't close windows. I'm a bad user, and so for that reason, I would say, be mindful whatever you're using to stream. Actually, on my phone, I actually do close browsers. I do not keep other things open when I'm streaming. And so that's something I do practice on the phone. I would have to practice the same thing on a computer if I was going to use that to stream with. And just make sure you have enough capacity, enough RAM to make sure you can stream. Some people say use like the gaming computers. That's a great tool, a great way to do it. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you? Very new to this morning. Oh, B3. You said you said you did get to B3 yesterday. Oh my gosh, you did it, friend. You had a good night. Oh my gosh, you had a good night. Let me clap for that. Oh my gosh, you did that thing yesterday. Yeah, you were so close and you did it. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, friend. Wow. Y'all are rocking and rolling. Y'all are doing y'all things. Hey, just put it out there and it shall be achieved. That's the mindset you have to have. You can't say, "Oh, I can't." Can't is not something that should be in your vocabulary. Just do. That's what it's all about. Gamma B, thank you so much for being here. Rebecca, I see you. Thank you so much. Jonathan, welcome to the room as well. Yes, let's make sure we are tapping it out. Tap, tap, tap. We're at 8.k likes. Those are the likes under my name. We did that in 6 minutes, you all. We are rocking and rolling. So I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. So again, we do this exercise to get the room warmed up. That's part of what TikTok is wanting from us, to get people in the room, to make sure they are coming in and engaging. And so as a live host, I have that up there saying want to go live. And so I have that up there so you guys understand that the point of this room is to teach you how to be an effective live host, because you're also being mindful of the viewer experience. All right. And so you got to be mindful of the viewer experience and what you're doing as a viewer, because this is an engagement app. So you're not just sitting back watching me. You are actually engaging. Ivy, thank you so much for the live gift. And whatever that squiggly thing is, I'm not sure what that is. So I went live yesterday. Bridget, you went live yesterday for 48 minutes and I need a nap afterwards. So much talking. It is a lot. You get used to it though. You absolutely get used to it. Destiny, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Ivory, thank you. It's called the pop. That's what that's called, the pop. Appreciate it. I was like, what is that thing? Radiant Launch. Thank you so much for that. And the Daily Heart Me Appreciate it. Hi, Destiny. How are you, friends? Other come in the room. Oh my gosh, we got to that 10K so quickly. I totally missed it. So I appreciate you guys. We got that 10K in 7 minutes. We did that. I appreciate the support, you all. Appreciate all the support with you guys coming in and liking the live. I'm great. How are you? I am doing well, friend. Thank you so much for asking. And so what happens now, just so that you guys know, so like I say, in that first 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of a live stream, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for those. I was like, what happened? But let me knock my head down so you can see it. What happens in the first 10 minutes of that live is that you're warming up the room. You guys are commenting, you're talking, you share it out the live, you're tapping the screen. That activation helps over time. Doesn't happen immediately, but that activation, and you make that part of your practice, your warm up for your stream. It allows for more people to come in a room. TikTok sees this as an active room, so you see your numbers go up a little bit. All right, so I don't want you guys to miss that activation. So pay attention to that. Even if no one's in the room, eye imagery. Welcome to the room, friend. I had to cheer for my friend here. Becky, welcome to the room as well. I had to cheer for her because I caught her going live, y'all. I don't always see y'all when y'all go live, but I caught her going live. I had posted a video. As soon as I finished my video, you know how it shares it out and then it takes you to the next thing that's on the stream. It was her. I was like, oh my gosh, let me go visit. So great job, Fred. You're a natural as well. New to your live. How's everyone on this day? Good quality Wednesday. It is great. Coach T, welcome to the room. Thank you so much. Wild by Unbox. Thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate other folks coming into the room. Solo Chick, welcome. Body Whisper to join, welcome as well. Thank you for visiting and watch me freak out. No, you did great. You did great. Thanks. you just ERN. So let me know what that meant, friend. Entered. I think that meant entered. Hey, how you doing, friends? I just did my first live, but would like to do more. Okay. Well, welcome to the room. We'll talk a little bit more about the process. Kathy, welcome to the room. Missy, welcome. I just went live yesterday. Did you really? How was it for you? So others in the room, let me know if you're new to Mama Room. Put new in the chat. I always want to see my newbies. We want to welcome you. We want to say hello. And then I'm going to say this because as you guys can see, the things I do are things you guys can take. Hey, Black Hawaii, thank you so much. You can take and package it on your own way. You can say it in your own way. You can do it in your own way. But what I'm doing is this early engagement. We did the engagement with the taps to the room. We're talking. You guys are chiming in. I said, tell me if you're new. You put new in the chat. All of those things you can do to kind of get your room active, okay? I found you on the FYP. I appreciate it, friend. Nervous. I still have to learn the tools. That's it, Missy. Yes. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the tools. TikTok gave us the flash goal, and I didn't get a chance to say this, but really when we get that early activation, the 10K in 10 minutes, we've noticed that we see the flash goal earlier too. So it came to us in 11 minutes, so that's much earlier now. So let's see what it is. It's ice cream cones. It is 24 ice cream cones. This is TikTok's goal for the room. We have to achieve it in 15 minutes. It's one per person, one ice cream cone per person. So if you don't mind sharing ice cream with me. But again, it is TikTok's flash goal. So it's not me. You can't change it. You can't, predict when it's going to pop in. We've been predicting that it comes in earlier because we hit that tap goal early. But it is TikTok's. So I tell people not to dismiss it. Try your best to achieve it. So you want to rally and get the room to support your flash goal. So try your best to achieve it. You notice a little bit of a bump in your room because of it too. Riverman, thank you so much for being here. You'll notice a little bit of a bump and engagement in your room because of it as well. And so TikTok is trying for you to have that early engagement as well. New to your room, thank you so much, everybody coming in. And thank you for sharing out the live. That is going to be our next exercise. Hey, Miss Vicky, how are you? Welcome. I appreciate your friend. I got to shout out so many of my people. And Miss Vicky, you're on my list as well because I know you are doing your third battle ever in your year in these TikTok streets. So I'm so excited for her. She's doing an official battle on Sunday. And I'll talk about battles because my newbies in the room, they're like, what are you talking about? So I'll talk about that as well. But I'm excited for her. So welcome to the room. Others who are coming in, I see you guys. I'm sending you a quick high five to some of you who are coming in, a little wave. What is a battle? Solo Chick said. She said, what is it, Doc? I got your friend. I'm going to share what it is. That is the slang term for it. It's the government name, I call it. The official name is called a match event. TikTok is trying to ease up on the slang term because it sounds so contentious, but that's not what it is. It should be friendly. I will talk about it in a second. Yes, I'm not ready, nor am I sure I want to. I tell you guys, it's not something you should be afraid of. We need to bring it back. I'm gonna have to talk to Coach Jessie. She was our person who was supporting and coordinating those and facilitating those sessions. But for our new people in the agency, I want you guys to feel at ease about doing it. And we have people. My friend Jennifer Spring, she does it all the time in her live. Mrs. Treetop, she does it as part of her nighttime group, girls group that she has. I shouldn't say girls group. I think they have a guy that participates as well. But they have a little group session that they do. And so, yeah, I don't want you guys, and these, I have to say, you guys, these are my boomers doing it, okay? Let me be very clear about this, all right? These are not the young kids, all right? These are the boomers. They're like, we ain't here for battles. We doing this. So I don't want y'all to be nervous and afraid about it. It is a fun time, all right? What are the benefits of going live? Okay, I'll answer that question as well. Not a problem. I know I'm piling up on some questions. I want to make sure we get this flash goal as well. So Solo Chick, you got battles on the docket, and you want to know about what's the benefits of going live. So I'll talk about that as well. Demetria, I still can't figure out how to bring people on my live like you did with me yesterday. Oh, you did it though, did you? The panel boxes? Yeah, okay. I'll walk you through the panel boxes. I'll walk you out. He said the government name. Exactly. I was trying to watch so many different things on my screen. If I had a live go, I missed it. I don't think you had one up there, but I'll check, friend. I don't think you did. I went to your gift gallery. Yes, we do. Oh, I forgot about Unwritten Unstoppable. That's right, Unwritten Unstoppable. She is part of the battle crew as well. Gen X's, I'm not young enough. You said Gen Xer, I'm not young either. Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer too. Yeah. And so we the ones that's nervous and afraid about it. And like I said, my boomers, they like, I ain't scared of nothing. Ain't nothing can hurt me. So what happens? Let's see. What happens if you get restricted? Oh, we'll talk about that too. We just went to a webinar yesterday that TikTok hosted, talking about restrictions. They gave a lot of tea, a lot of great information. So you guys got to be mindful of what you're doing. So we'll walk through some of those things, some of the major takeaways. I tried to do my first live the other day at work, didn't know how to stop it. There's a power button in the top right corner, right in the top. It looks like a power button. It looks like the circle with the line. So that's how you get out. At least that's the way it looks on the iPhone. I don't know what y'all Androids look like, but it should be a power button up in the top corner. What does the join button besides your name mean? Oh, Solo got all the questions. I love it. Welcome to the room, friend. That is the daily heart me. So let me see. Let me check something real quick. Good morning, all my friends coming in. We got a room full of folks. I appreciate you guys. All the folks coming in saying hi. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I was looking for you, and no one was. No one was live in Glow's room. At the time, I found out later that, oh, you were talking about the webinar. You were looking for me yesterday, and the webinar was at the same time. It sure was. Yeah. Right. Boomers are running circles around you. That's a scary self. You know what? I hear you, imagery. They are. We are a little scared. We're a little nervous. But look here, we was the latchkey kids. So we, to a certain extent, we know how to handle things and take care of business. But some things we say we can't do. We ain't supposed to do stuff. Our parents told us to go in the house, sit down, do your homework, and that's what we doing. So we cut on the TV after we finish our homework. We're not doing none of that other stuff. But I appreciate that. So we gonna teach the folks not to be scared, and that they can battle. Hold on one second, y'all. My screen just okay. There we go. It wouldn't let me off a screen. Let me check and see the oh, we are behind you all. Let's see if we can get this flash goal. We need 24 ice cream cones. Let's see if we can get this done. Boomers just went outside. Y'all just went outside. We didn't have y'all didn't have TV, huh? Is that what you telling me? Y'all did have TV. It's like we just went outside to play. We ain't had no TV. No Atari. Thank you all for supporting. I appreciate you. How many followers do I need to go live? You need 50 to start with, friend. You have well than enough to go live. You can go live. You have live access solo. You definitely have it. 50 with a blue box will get you live. You don't have a blue box, but you have 2,900, so you have live access. So no color TV for a minute. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let me answer these questions. I had a slew of questions. Did we get that flash go? We're almost there. Let's see if we can get that flash go. I probably could pin it one more time before it times out on us. So if we can support that ice cream flash go, that would be greatly appreciated. And so I can move on from that. Let me answer the first question since I brought up the topic of battling. Battles are this. Battles are competitions that you have with another live host. They can be groups, they can be one-on-ones, they can be three-on-ones, it could be teams. So there's a couple different formats. The traditional method is that you are competing against another live host. You're in your room, they're in their room, there's a side-by-side image. And so with that, you essentially are competing for the most points in 5 minutes. All right. So it was a 5-minute competition. In those 5 minutes, the way you get points is because your room, all of you in my room now, would be tapping the screen. That gets you points. Commenting, that gets you points. And then the gifting. The gifting obviously gets you the most points. And so it's the most points in 5 minutes. And so essentially you win. Whoever has the most points wins. There's some strategy at play. I don't want you to make it sound so simple, but there is a little bit of strategy because you're essentially telling your room different cues to get bonus points. There's also the ability to get what's called power ups. There's these like 4 or 5 different features. They're called, we call them like power ups. Think of it as ammunition for the battle. And so you have these features that you can activate to get more points, double, triple the points, 5 times the points. If they're used as kind of a boxing glove, there's a lightning bolt. There is a mister where you can block out the points so no one can see what points each other has. There's a hammer to deactivate your opponent's power-ups that they can use. So there's some strategy. And so you want to do some smaller battles so you can get those power-ups, and then you have your big battle and you can use it and get all these points. And so ultimately the winner gets kind of bragging rights. They get a streak. They get a winning streak. They get the power-ups also for their top 3 people. They may get power-ups. And then ultimately, if you lose, you still get the gifts that you earned, but you just don't get the winning and the bragging rights. You don't get the win. Okay? So that's pretty much what happens. First time hearing about battles. Yeah. So it's a feature that activates. You'll see 2 boxing gloves that will activate when you have a co-host in your room. So that's when you click the interlocking rings. That's when you see a co-host feature. You look down and you see boxing gloves. Right now I don't see boxing gloves because there's no one on my screen right with me right now. So thank you so much. And then those boxing gloves, you can change it where you can do a rose only battle, so you can have a specific gift that you're using to make the battle to allow you to get points for the gift that's sent. Let me know if you have any questions about that, but that's something people do as a way to build community, to get more exposure, because TikTok does push people into your room that are interested in searching for battles and wanting to support. So you'll see people come in randomly. And like, so someone, I missed to ask that question and said, I've never seen it. So now that you might look for it, TikTok may put some people battling on your For You feed. And you're like, oh, I just talked about that. I hadn't seen a battle. Now you're going to see a battle. So that happens too. Hey, Naya, thank you so much for that ice cream cone. We got it. Did we get it? We did. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. We achieved that. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you so much. And so that happens too. So people do get that exposure. People, it's a great way to monetize. Again, people tend to gift at a higher level, at a higher rate in that 5 minutes of the competition than they normally do. So it's one of those things where there is some monetization, especially if you're scheduling it, you're being strategic, you're announcing it, doing all the things like that. So that does help to get that additional exposure. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you guys. I've been saying hi to some of you as you come in. Appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So that was the battle. I'm going to wrap up there. I'm really happy. Coach V, she is doing, Coach Vicky, she is doing one on Sunday at 2:30. We're still kind of coordinating the last details of her opponent, but she's going to be battling somebody, y'all. Okay. So I saw somebody ask, what's the blue box? Solo chick, you got all the questions, friend. Let me, you asked a couple other questions. You asked about the blue box. So I'm going to talk about that in a second because I'm going to say hi to some of my friends. Oh gosh, I should have wrote some of your questions down. I answered the battle question. And I answered the question about how many people you need. Doc, I told my room about my upcoming battle and practice and they sent 24 diamonds this morning. Oh my gosh. Well, friend, they need to double or triple that on the battle day. So let's see. No, I'm joking. That is lovely. That is so lovely. That's the way. That's the only way to learn. How can I schedule a consultation with you? Oh, that's beautiful. Let me pin my Service Plus right here. Also, if you click this yellow box with the arrow. The yellow box with the arrow is where you can DM me, and it has frequently asked questions, and one of them is how to schedule a one-on-one. So that's there. But I'll pin my Service Plus. You can message me this way as well. Doc, so you are doing well. You well on your way, friend. You no rookie for you no more. So I love it. And so how do you find people to battle with? Well, you could find your friends. So when you click those two rings, hey Trisha T, when you click the interlocking rings, that's where you co-host. That's the co-host button. You'll see people who are live right now that are your friends. So you can select from them and see if they want to battle. TikTok has a suggested list of people underneath that you can click some of those and see if they're interested. You just ask the question, hi, how are you doing? Would you like to battle? And so people do that all the time. Or you could click at the very top, it says quick invites. And then TikTok does this random thing and searches for people. And then somebody pops up on your screen. You're like, hey, how are you? You want to battle? And so that happens too. So it's just up to you in terms of what you want to do. Hey, thank you so much, Trisha T. So yes, so you could do the randoms, you can coordinate with somebody officially, you can do all the things like that. So I'm a viewer. Am I supposed to constantly tap doing a live? Stacy, engagement comes in different ways. So let me talk about engagement because I saw the blue box come up, question come up as well. So Stacy, engagement comes in a couple different ways. Liking the live is part of it. Tapping the screen. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the populars. And so tapping the screen is part of it. That is where you're liking the live. That's free support. If you look at the number of people in the room right now, it tells you how to become a top viewer. So you see the top viewers are in these bubbles here. A whole list of the viewers are in that once you hit the number in the room. There's a question mark. If you click that question mark takes you through the entire process of becoming a top viewer. Liking a live, you get 3 points for every 10 minutes of tapping. So you get 3 points, and that's free support. You didn't put any coins in your account. You haven't sent a gift. Thank you so much for the populars. And then when it comes to comments, so comments can get you 3 points as well. So keeping the chat moving. So as a live host, you want your chat to move. You want to answer questions. You want to be intentional about how you are getting your room to engage from a comments from your comments as well. When you battle, is it stressful? Is it or what is it? It doesn't have to be stressful. You can do friendlies. You can do people you know. You can do randoms too, and just be your authentic self, and so sometimes you meet some people who are different. I'll just put it that way, different. They may act different, they may think different, they're just different. And so sometimes you meet them, but sometimes you meet some wonderful people too who are different as well, but they're not as different. Okay, so I'm gonna be PC and polite about it, but yeah, you meet all types of people. All right, so but I think it's fun. The times I've done it, I've come across some of the different ones, and I've come across some extremely nice, good people. All right, you said diamond. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Um, but my husband. He teases and say the TikTok streets are just like the regular streets. So yeah, the same thing happens here. Happens in the regular streets too. Different varieties of different. Exactly, different varieties of different. That's exactly what you find. The battles I have watched was a lot of so yeah, you get some of those people too. Do you make good money going live? You do monetize, and it depends on how you approach your live stream. Okay. And I think that's the fair way. Because if I were to say, yeah, you can make good money, the answer is yes, you can make good money, but that's not everybody's journey. You know what I'm saying? That's not everyone's situation. So that would be disingenuous to say that. But you can, and there are people who do, and there are people who make passive income. There are people who make enough to, you know, get your lunch for the day. And so it just depends on how you approach this. And so yeah, it just depends on how much time you put into it and how you want to approach it. But yeah, you could do well. You could do really well. Think about it from a monthly perspective or even a weekly, because TikTok pays every Wednesday. So again, it just depends on how you approach it, how you're building community, how you're being intentional about going out to support your supporters and support people that are going to help you build your community as well. So all that matters. And I tell people, when you are just sitting back observing and not truly thinking about, okay, how do I make sure I'm making intentional connections, I'm growing my community, and for that reason, so if you don't approach it that way, then you may not grow. So when you think about a closed hand as opposed to being open, so just imagine, how are you approaching this platform and other things you do in life? You're thinking of it with an open mind. You're being intentional about how you approach different situations and engagement on this app. So all that matters. And so that's how you monetize too. Now, there's some tips and strategies, some things you want to do to maximize monetization. But yeah, but you got to be intentional about what you're doing. Not, I think I should stay away from that right now if there's a way not. Yeah, you don't have to. And like I said, you don't have to. Where do you enter in information where I can want to find TikTok money to be deposited? How do you get deposits from TikTok? When you're on your profile page, click the three lines in the top corner, click that area, and you'll see balance. Click balance. And then I think that's where you would tie in or connect your PayPal. So you would make sure you have a PayPal account to connect. You're going to ask me, is PayPal the only way? And I'm going to say yes. So PayPal account. That's what you're going to need to do to connect your deposits from TikTok. Okay, friends, let's talk about engagement. I didn't finish that. I've seen a lot of creators have a bulletin to rate their videos and followers. Where's that at? Bulletins are given to you when you have 50K followers or more. So those are probably big time influencers you're watching and you're seeing their bulletins. So bulletins is when you got a lot of followers. Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Vicky. I appreciate it. Yes, okie dokie. He said, I got a long way to go. You do, friend. That's okay. So yeah, you watching the big time folks. She's like, yeah, I see a lot of people with these bulletins. But yeah, that's what's going on. All right, so when it comes to engagement, let me answer that question. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. Watching battles, and sometimes they're so funny when you get really weird people. Yeah, they are. They're hilarious. I know about Big Time. Big Time, look at you. Halaku, that's right, friend. This is Halaku's backup page. So we won't judge her on this page, but Halaku is a big timer. she has 50. Halaku, I need to put you on my list of people to talk to. Halaku, did you hear me? Let me make sure she didn't fly out on me. Halaku, me and Miss Vicky, Miss Vicky, I got into Creator Rewards program too. So I need to chat with you, Halaku, because Halaku was in the Creator Rewards program, and I kind of want to. You say yes, I'm here. I want to have you chat. Let me know if you can chat today on the live. If we can kind of pick your brain a little bit about the program. Do you mind telling the room about it? I'm gonna read through it. I just got the welcome information this morning, and I'll tell you guys, what happened for me. Coach V talks about it in her live. It's the content side. So I'll tell you what I did to get it unlocked, and then she can definitely give you some tips and strategies if you want to find out, like, content wise, how to improve your content as well. Watching battles, and sometimes they're so funny where you're getting really people. Yes. Had to stay away. What did I miss? Oh, no, you're fine, friend. We're just talking about engagement in a second. We're going to switch back to that. What would be more helpful for smaller creators, I think. That would be more, yeah, you got to build community. So it makes sense that it's 50 plus, 50K plus, because you got to build your community. Restrictions are unfair. Do not know what I did. Oh, okay. What did they say that you did? They said something in it, friend. Thank you so much, Fawn. You said you love her. You love Holly Q. Yes, I'm here. Let's see. Holly Q. I'm catching up on comments. I'm tapping. I'm really tapping all out of the places today. Interesting. I don't know if that's me or TikTok. I'm happy this afternoon or tomorrow for sure. Okay, let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow's fine. We could talk about it tomorrow. So let me know what makes sense for you. Tomorrow at the 10 or 4. Doesn't matter. Will pole, you said will pole dancing be a live thing? Probably not. No, not with TikTok. I need a strategy with you anyway, Doc. Oh yeah, you do a strategy session. Yes. Okay, yeah. Whenever you get a chance, yeah, just schedule it in the one-on-ones. I got them in the school community. So yeah, just get whatever you need, friend. I was looking at your lights on your YouTube page. Can it change colors? Yeah, it does. This one here, they both change. Yeah, it's the same lights. And career asking in the program. Yes. So I'll talk about that. Yeah, the YT is the same lights you're seeing here, friends. So they change colors. Okay, let me go back. Engagement, free engagement, tapping, sharing. Did we share out the live? If you guys don't mind clicking that share button, I don't think I shared out my live. I came in just talking away. I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute. So if you guys can click the arrow in the corner, it allows you to add it to story, repost it, share it to your friends, your groups. If you press down on the middle of the screen, my glasses are my nose in the middle. If you press down, a screen pops up and you can share it to followers and friends that way as well. You can scroll all the way down on that list. There's a search button. So if you don't see someone there, you can search for them. So if you guys don't mind sharing the live, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for the title gifter of the roses. Thank you so much. And so that is engagement. That is free support, free 99. As a live host, you want your community to come in sharing, liking, commenting. All those things are free. Now, there are support that you need stickers for. And Solo Chick, you were asking this question about the blue box. Did you get your flash goal? I did, Trisha T. We got it already. Thank you so much. And we achieved it, friend. And so the blue box is different in the Lisa box. And so what I teach is that I want you guys to start paying attention, eyes wide open, for who's in your room, because TikTok is very transparent. We see it. You see it. It ain't no secret. All right. So you see who has that blue box with a number in the Lisa box next to their name. And if you don't have one, you are missing out on how to properly engage. And I will say this, and I say it emphatically, and I do mean it. When you are a live host, you should have a blue box. You should go into people's room that you support and you want their information and you're sitting in there for a long time learning and growing from them. You should have their box, the orange box. You should have their daily heart me. That's what this heart next to my name means. That's the daily heart me. And so I say that to you all because I don't want you guys to miss out on engaging, but I'm also teaching you how to be a supporter, because when you become a life coach, you're going to want your supporters to support you. And so if you're not supporting others, then how can you ask people to support you? Okay, so just pay attention to what you're doing. So we're going to teach about engagement as a viewer. And then these tips and strategies and things I say it in your own words, do it authentically for your room. But ultimately, you do need people to grab your daily heart rate. You need people to comment. You need people to share. You need people to like your live. You need people to support your flash goal, your heart me goals, all those things. That's part of what you're doing here. That engagement matters. This is an engagement app that they want to make into search engine too, but it is an engagement app. So just keep that in mind. All right. So let me check real quick. Listen, did you get your flash goal? I did get that. Thank you for sharing this information. You're welcome. Watch for 200 minutes. Bridget, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good morning. Did I have one posted to see? Stacy, you're trying to see if you have one. You have your Lisa box is there, but it's not there. I see where you have the level 1, but it's not showing up. What is that about? Okay, now it did. All right. Okay, because you just got it. Welcome. was like, oh, okay. I looked at the comment before you got it. Okay, great. Thank you so much, friend. Della, we're here to learn. Thank you so much. Peaceful Grace. Appreciate you, friend. Welcome to the room. You said I did, and my thumb actually swiped up and went off your live. Okay, friend. Yeah, sometimes I swipe out of it too. Oh, look at you, your first time gifter. Congratulations, friend. Look at that. Thank you for sharing that heart me with me. I appreciate that being your first time gifter with me. Appreciate it, friend. Thank you so much. How you doing? Hey, Zebby. How are you, friend? Michigan in the room. Yes, she is. Michigan in the house. Should a person go through all their people that they follow and do all the things? Annie, what you mean, friend? Should a person go through all their list of people they follow and do all the things? All what things? I'm going to say no. I don't think that's feasible. I don't think so. But what do you mean do all the things? Like, share, comment on all their content all the time? No, I don't think that's realistic. But I think over time you'll get your core people that you're always engaging in their content or going to their live streams. So you'll figure out who your people are. Ideally, it should be people who align with your topic. So you're not ideally not confusing the algorithm too much. So yeah, as a first timer, what are some tips on making sure you're looking into the screen, the screen, making eye contact? Is that what you mean? Yes. So typically, I mean, when I'm looking, you actually ask a great question, because I actually had to change from using my tablet to my phone. I always use my phone. I got the tablet thinking like, oh, I'll become a tablet live host person, and realized that the orientation of the camera is on the horizontal axis for my tablet. So I always looked like I was looking off, like I was looking off to the side. And it was a weird look. It didn't look like I was making eye contact because the camera was to the side. And so for that reason, that took me a while. It did, didn't it? Yeah. That camera, I was like, I can't use the tablet. So I use the tablet for YouTube. So YouTube, they get direct eye contact every now and then, but for the most part, it always looks like I'm looking down, because I am a little bit, because I'm looking at my TikTok phone here. And so for that reason, I would tell you, make sure your device is the right device for you. But ultimately, you're looking at yourself when you're live streaming. So I'm looking at me, talking to me. Hello, friends. Hey, how you doing? Flourish, I saw you flying in. Who did I invite? Did I invite somebody? I told you my fingers are acting weird today. The chat box is acting really weird for me today. Okay. And so, Flourish, I saw you come in. Natty Nat, I saw you come in as well. Thank you so much for the populars, friends. I see you. Thank you so much. Let's go back. Let's talk about the blue boxes. I was just going to that. And then I need to talk about some of the conversation we had yesterday. We did a webinar, and they talked about the restrictions that happened. Sorry about that, you all. Okay, I may not be able to scroll. The comments, when I press different things, is taking me off, making me seem like I'm sending a chat. So I don't know what's happening. It keeps happening to me. Hey, Kim Love Jones, how are you, friend? Welcome to the room. So I'm going to go over that in a second, too. Blue box, our friend Solo asked that question. Let me do this real quick. Let me go through it. I'm going to show you guys what it is. I'm going to let you guys I'm going to tell you guys to pay attention to your engagement points, your experience points, and then we will move over to the community guidelines conversation. I think my biggest hang up is going through the awkward moment of looking at me to talk. That is totally fine though. I tell people mindset, from a mindset perspective, I'm talking to my best friend. This is a conversation I would have and talk to my friend this way. We would be, comfortable, relaxed. And so in that mindset, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not talking to a stranger. I'm talking to the person I love the most, which is me. And we're having this conversation. So I'm very relaxed. I'm comfortable. I let things flow out of my mind, things that I normally would just keep inside. I just let it come out. And so it becomes not a situation where I'm like overthinking all the time, because I'm talking to a person I'm comfortable with. So that's the way I look at it. I know it's hard in the beginning to become comfortable with just having a conversation. And you just keep looking at yourself. And, for that reason, I'm like, okay, this works for me. I'm at home. My feet are planted on my floor, my carpet. I ain't got shoes on. I'm comfortable. I'm not doing this big public speaking moment. I'm here just talking to me. That's the way I look at it. And I'm at home talking to me. Mindset. That's it. Mindset. That's the mindset you have to have. And so don't have a situation, don't make it bigger than what it has to be. Okay. It doesn't have to be, you're not on a big stage and having to do this big display. You're just being comfortable. Okay. Can you explain about the board? I will. I put that up there as an example for the board too. Yes, I love that. Take that with, yeah, take that with me. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's all you're doing. You're talking to your best friend. I never know how often I should introduce myself in the room when new people are coming in. Yeah, you know what? The rule, what your best practice, I shouldn't say the rule. One of the better practices is that you want to do a reintroduction and almost like a room reset, probably every 15 minutes or so. You could do it even sooner, where you're, you know, saying welcome to the room. We're talking about this topic. If you have a board up, that makes it a little easier, so you can kind of keep that flow going. So that's a way you could do it. You don't have to do that, obviously, if you're going into your lesson, but there is obviously people coming and going constantly. And so if you want to, what they call reset the room in a way that people know, you know, here's what we're talking about, here's what we went over. And you guys will hear me doing that every now and then. I'll say, hey, we just talked about this topic. Now I'm going to move into this topic. Oh, I want to get to this next topic. And I say community guidelines, that type of stuff. So I try to do it. And then every now and then I'll reintroduce myself. I need to do that probably a little bit more frequently. But yeah, so that's totally fine. Sweetie Pie, I saw you come in. Welcome to the room, friend. So that's totally fine. Kay, I see you as well. Welcome to the room. So yeah, try to do that if you can every 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes at max. Last night, a group of all joined at the same time, and all were anchored. You said a group joined at the same time. People come into your room, or were they in like your boxes? I'm not sure what you meant by that. Good morning, friend. Thank you so much for sharing out the live, Sweetie Pie. I see you, friend. You said a group all joined at the same time. I'm not sure what that meant. Like people just came into the room at the same time. Cruising, welcome to the room. Let's do this really quickly. Put the word blue. Let's get some engagement too. So when you put words in the chat, it tells the algorithm that people are talking and chatting and stuff too. Put the word blue, because I'm going to show my newbies the blue box real quick. So let's put the word blue. When you put the word blue, it allows you to then click your photo. So I want you to click your photo next. Okay, you said I'm back on my regular live schedule. Yesterday went really well. Okay, awesome. Just keep it up, friend. Keep it up. Chatting in the live. Okay, perfect. Oh, they were chatting in the live. Do you recommend that we follow people in your room? This is a great room to connect with folks. Definitely read their bio, see who's in the room. These are people who understand engagement. I teach it, so you got some good people that may come to your live and engage as well. Let's see. So for TikTok, you definitely need to have a niche. I posted about my job mainly, which is not your niche. Let me know that. So once you click your photo, where you put the word blue, click your photo, you're going to see your mini profile pop up, and then you'll see a LV number. And that LV, it could be 0, because if you have a grayed out LV 0, that's totally fine. I want you to click it. A blue screen is going to pop out. So you might be LV5, LV29, LV28, LV20, LV13, LV7, LV9. So click whatever your number is. And then once you click that number, the blue screen pops up. That blue screen is telling you your engagement on the app. This is your experience. This is your visual representation of how you have been leveling up as an engaged viewer. So for viewers, we have this. I have one as well. So if you click my photo up here, you'll see my number. And so essentially it shows us, you, me, all of us, we can see it. We know how you've been moving on the app, how you've been coming into people's rooms, supporting them. As a live host, I see who has the Lisa box. I see who don't. So we know, because you come in, you click that daily heart me, it says join up here. That's what that represents. That is the fan club box. I give the analogy of if you have your favorite singer, your favorite artist, you go to their concerts, you buy their music, you go to their social media and you're following them, you're looking at the tabloids about them and all the little talk shows about them, you love this artist. TikTok has brought that here for you to now be a fan of your favorite live host. And now they're telling you different things you can do to support their room, to support as a fan member, a fan club member. So essentially you can get your daily heart me. You can put a comment in. You can send populars. You can set the live notification to come back to the live. You can get points for that. And so what you would do is claim those points so you can level up in the room. Levels for the blue box and level for the heart me starts at 1, level 1, and you go to level 50. All right. So midway through level 25 for the blue box, it can say you can fly in. And so resilience, you just reached level 12. Congratulations, you just leveled up. We saw that notification. And so you can get to level 25, you fly into the room because you get more visibility. Thank you, Superfan Rich. And so as a super fan for the fan club, you get to fly in regardless. If you're level 20 as a fan club member, you fly in, so you're noticed as well. So again, TikTok is trying to bring this visibility to you being a viewer, to you being a fan club member, to you being a super fan, and trying to bring that to the live stream experience. So that's what the two things represent. Blue box is gone. My blue box is gone. Your blue box is back. I see your blue box, which is not super fam. Wait a minute, which is not super popular, most likely. What's that, Stacey? I missed what the comment was before that. Thanks for sharing this information, Dr. Lisa. You're so welcome. Sticker location. Stickers are located in the chat. So let's drop some Dr. Lisa Cares stickers. Dr. Lisa Cares. If you go into the comment, like you're about to write a comment, there's a heart in the comment box. It's kind of grayed out looking. So click that heart and then you'll see the stickers. You only can send stickers if you're a super fan or a fan club member. So that's what I was just talking about. Thank you so much, everybody. Do is scared. I had to leave for a minute. How do I get the blue box? Solo, you to get the blue box and to become a fan club. So those two things, you're going to click. You have to have coins on your account. Thank you so much. I saw that the other day. I was like, what's going on with the sheep? Thank you, friend. That's super cute. Thank you. This says agree. That was the agree. Why are the sheep doing that? Thank you. The sheep leap. So you need to have coins on your account. Solo, he said that's adorable. It is cute. Yeah. You have to have coins on your account. The coins come from recharging, adding coins to your account. Really quickly, I tell people don't break the bank. All right. We are not trying to break the bank. I want you guys to just be mindful of your spending. Thank you so much. Be mindful of your spending. And you said I get paid like 0 to 5 cents, and I use that. Okay, you get paid. I don't know what that means. You're saying when you did you go live, friend? I think that's what you're saying. So don't spend a lot. I want you guys to get used to going live, but I want you to be mindful of your engagement on a live stream. So as you're coming live, and I think this is what Cruising Christian is saying, you can monetize as well, and you can exchange that. But in the beginning, you actually should seed it. You got to have some seed that you're, using that to sow into others. And then as you go live, people potentially will sow back into you. And it takes time to build that up. Somebody asked me earlier about making money here and monetizing. It does take time because you have to build your community. And then what you're doing now is learning how to properly engage so that in turn you can take what you're learning and educate your community, helping them understand how to like your live, comment, add stickers, get your daily heart me, support your flash goal, do all the things to make sure that the room is actually building. All right. So all that is part of it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friend. Freedom, I appreciate that. Thank you. Enjoy this. Oh, you're welcome, friend. And so once you get coins in your account, you have to, if you click the gift box in the lower corner, it will say the word recharge. So Solo, I don't know if you heard me say that, but if you hit the gift box, lower corner has the word recharge. If you click recharge, the screen pops up. I'm going to tell you to pause because I don't want you to recharge in the app. There's actually a sentence that says recharge on tiktok.com/coin for a 25% discount. So you get more coins for your money if you go to the website. There's also a little message here. If you swipe up here, it has the coin symbol and it says save with 25%. Click that. It'll take you to the website. So you have a couple of different ways to get to it. But essentially you go there, get coins in your account, and then you can start engaging with by joining the fan club, by getting your blue box because you sent the daily heart me, or if you sent popular votes, whatever you need to do. All right. So let me know if there's any more questions about that. I want you guys to not forget about your engagement, like why you do it, what's happening, how do you do it effectively, how do you support rooms that you're looking at that you want to support. Blue box, oh, really quickly, points. That's what I wanted to bring it to. I want to make sure I pointed out the points. And so when you pull up your blue screen, so really quickly, let me do it on this account. I'm going to say hello. This is my agency page, and I will point that out. So I'm going to say hello. I'm going to hit my photo. This is my screen here. I'm going to hit my blue box. Blue screen pops up. You'll see right here that scrolling message. I have it backwards, so let me show it. You see points. It scrolls past, but we're going to say the points again. The points are going to show up right there. It says points to level up. I want you to pay attention to that because those points, actually, the first set of numbers is your points for how many points you've collected already. There's a / symbol, and then says the total amount of points you need to get to the next level. So if you're level 1, the points you need for level 2. If you're level 20, those are the points you need for 21. And then the scrolling message, the points that says to level up, is what you are reducing. You're reducing those to get to the next level. And so again, if you're being strategic about this, you're looking at your points. You're looking at those points and you're saying, okay, I'm going to do a little bit here. I may do a little bit in the next room. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to level up. Okay. So you're always aware of what you have to do. So when I look at my points up here to get to level 32, I'm like, okay. Thank you so much for those gifts, friends. To get to level 32, I might have to figure this out. I might have to take a little longer to get there, maybe the end of May. So we'll see what that looks like. You said I need 621 to level up. Okay. So you decide what that looks like. You know, what do I do? Do I do a little bit here? Do I do a little bit this day, that day? And you try to make that make sense for you, for your budget too. Okay. So I teach that because I want you guys to be cognizant of what happens. And then the other thing I tell you, okay, as you start to go live and people are sewing into you because you sewed into them and people are coming into your room and you're starting to grow, you do get points. I mean, you're going to get rewards. You're going to get monetized. You could take a percentage of that. You don't have to take all of it, but take a percentage of that and use that to obviously put back into the TikTok universe, into the TikTok streets. All right. So that way you're always managing your budget. You decide what that looks like. There's some people who say, okay, you know what? When I have my budget, when I spend it all, I'm going to spread it out to make sure I have enough for my heart needs. I'm coming in different rooms. I'm going to do what I need to do. But when I spend it all, I have to wait until my re-up day, you know? And so think about what works best for you. There's always a strategy people are using. I don't want you to get to the point where you're just going all out, but you want to make sure you are doing some engagement. Dr. Peg, thank you so much. Dr. Laura, thank you so much. I think it was Dr. Laura who came in. Thank you so much for being here. That's what I do. I exchange. Yeah. And so really quickly though, over time, you want to get to the point where you're using a website because you get a bigger discount. Okay. So over time, you do want to get to the point where you're using a website. I do exchange on occasion too, but I try to also make sure I pull out what I have on Wednesday when I get that payout. I'll take part of that and put it back into my account under the discounted rate. So I get the discount coins because you don't get that discount when you exchange. It's actually a little bit more. So I just wanted to say that out loud for you all. How long is a good time to host lives? How long is a good time frame to host live? In terms of how long you stay live. You want to stay live 61 minutes. You want to get to that point. I'm laughing because we had in the agency, I've been communicating that that's kind of the new rule for TikTok. For it to count as a valid go live day, it needs to be at least 60 minutes. So I tell people 61 just to be on the safe side. When it comes to monetization purposes, there's a different number people talk about, and that's 25 minutes. 25 minutes per live, you can make 40% per live. Well, 38% of that comes from the live duration. So when you go live 25 minutes or more, you lock in that 38%. However, you want to go live overall for it to count as a valid day, at least 61 minutes. All right. The other 2% for that 40% I mentioned comes from new followers. So if you get 5 new followers or more, you get the 2%. So 2% plus the 38 is the 40. So that's how that's factored. So those two metrics you're paying attention to: new followers and how long you go live. All right. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. So you guys just heard from me. Now when you go into a live, what are you paying attention to? Put it in the chat for me. What are you paying attention to when you go into a live as a viewer and as a live host? Taking so many notes. You're welcome, friend. I actually do co-stream, so this is also recorded for you, so you can go to my YouTube channel and see the video there. Let me know what you're looking at. Engagement, but what are you looking at specifically? Blue number, and what else? Asking for engagement. You're gonna have that. Yeah, you're gonna encourage, invite engagement. Yep. Yeah. Daily heart me. That's it. Heart me and blue box. You guys are paying attention. That's awesome. I'm going to grab your YT as well. Same name under YT as well. So yeah. So you're paying attention to the blue box. Pay attention to that. And you guys are gonna come back. You can say, Doc, I get people with no blue boxes. Everybody has blue boxes in my room. What is all this about? So I'm going to say, are you talking to your community? Are you explaining it to them? Now, also TikTok push random people in your live stream. So you might have people from all over the world. At a certain point, you're going to have to encourage engagement, but you also may have to verbally say things that are going to help to narrow. So I oftentimes you'll hear me say I'm from Florida. So I get people from Florida. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I get people from Chicago all the time. And so the algorithm is listening to what you're saying. So try to say United States. Try to say things that are going to gravitate towards honing in your region. Okay. So that could help you a little bit. That's just a little quick tip. Victoria, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the room. Appreciate you, Bridget, for getting that daily heart me. Thank you so much, friends. Stacy, you said, does your blue box change daily? Is it associated with for each live? It is. The blue box follows you to every live. Remember those points I showed you? You won't get a new number until you've leveled up, until you don't have those points anymore. So you reduce those points down. Does that make sense? So if your points, say that you need 52 points to level up, 52 points are going to come from your gifting. So if you sent a gift that was a hand heart, that's worth 100 points. What will happen is it will show that you leveled up. There's a little blue screen message that says you leveled up when you sent that hand heart, because you just spent 52 plus another 48 on that particular gift, and that made you level up. Does that make sense? Let me know if that didn't make sense, if I need to repeat that. But essentially, you're paying attention to leveling up. You got it? Okay. So you're paying attention to that. So the blue box follows you to every live you go to. You level up in that live, that's great. You get a new number. You leveled up. The orange heart is for my room. You go to another room, you can get their daily heart me. And you only can do the daily heart me once a day. So somebody like me who goes live twice in a day, I do a 10 o'clock and I do a 4 o'clock. If you got it in my 10 o'clock, when you come back at my 4 o'clock, you can't get the daily heart me. You can gift, you can do the populars, you can get points. You can get points for your daily, for the engagement that you do. And you can claim those points, but you can't get a new daily heart me like our friend just did. It's once a day. Well, actually, it's 24 hours. Thank you so much, Bridget. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. So it's actually 24 hours, because if you got it at 10 in my live, and say for argument's sake, I started my next live the next day at 9 o'clock instead of 10. If you come in my 9 o'clock, you're like, why can't I get my daily heart me? Because the 24 hours hasn't lapsed yet. You would be able to get it. If I stayed on past 10, you would be able to get it at 10. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense as well. Made more videos yesterday without thinking about it. So I'm making steps. There you go, Peter. I love it. Step by step, friend. That's what it's all about. That is good news. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. You just keep going, friend. I I got invited. Let me say this real quick because I know I said I was going to talk about community guidelines. Let me say this. I got invited into the Creator Rewards program. Let me break that down for you guys real quick. It costs no green to tap the screen. It costs no green to tap the screen. Absolutely. Noted. Yep. I've gotten 2 heart me's in the same live when it goes over the 12 a.m. Yes, you're right. You could. Yep, you sure could. Because those are 2 different days. You're right. I don't. Let me repeat what Coach Chantel did. Let me pin her. Coach Chantel is awesome, you all. She is a yoga instructor. So if you guys get a chance to get to her live, she is awesome sauce. She does. Do you do chair yoga too? I think you do chair yoga and floor yoga. She is a certified yoga instructor. But what she just put here is that at 12 midnight, the new day starts. Okay, time zone matters, whatever time zone you're in, but I'm in Eastern time zone. So at 12 midnight, the new day starts. And so what happens is that the 24 hours turns over for that day. And so just keep that in mind. So the 24 hours changes over. So you can get the heart rate twice because of that. Because you're on the previous day, if you're in the room at like 11 o'clock p.m. and you stay in a room and it's after midnight, then the new day starts. You said I love yoga following. Yes, she's awesome. So if you do you get a new flash goal every live since you go live twice daily? Yep, it happens every live. Flash goal is every live. I don't know when it's gonna stop. I hear when you get to the A League, you don't get flash goals no more. So I hope maybe. I heard that they don't get them as much, but we still get them here. I still get them. Hey, Mama Karen, I still get them. You said I'll use my tapper. I love that. So I was going to talk about the Creator Rewards program because I woke up this morning and I got the "You've been invited" message. And so what if my live, first live is like me watching YouTube? Oh, it is. It will be. Yeah, it is. You got to just make sure you're talking. So I co-stream on YouTube and just all fairness, where's my YouTube screen? In all fairness, my YouTube people, they don't engage. They don't engage. My YouTubers, I get comments every now and then. I'm pulling my screen over. I get comments every now and then, but there is no engagement on my YouTube. So yeah, that's how it is. It's still like that. Some days is better than others on YouTube, but for the most part, it's like 1 or 2 people. You'll get a burst of people in the beginning, and then there's nothing else going on. Are they supposed to? They should. They could. It would be great. Yeah. So engagement matters. It's not like TikTok though. You know, TikTok really is an engagement app. So YouTube, you know, it is a search engine with these other features. And so they don't treat it the same way. They have the heart messaging where you can do hearts. You can send some laughing. You can send like some emotes, like we have the hearts flowing. You can send that. Yeah, so it's different. You can send, you become a member. They do have like a super fan. They have memberships over there. It's called memberships for them. But it's just a different experience. So but in the beginning on TikTok, it feels that way too. It does feel that way. I'll be around. Oh, got a nap. Glad to meet you. Okay, welcome, Peter. Appreciate that. So let me go take my nap. Okay. So yeah, so YT for many is like watching television. It is like watching television. Over here, we say you're not, this ain't TV. Over there, it is kind of like TV. It is TV. I would say that. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, Shavonda. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me say, I was going to tell you guys about my little experience. And in Coach V, put your time in the chat for me. Your day you go live, because I know you go live daily, but put your time for us and I'll pin it. Coach V, she'll tell you her content strategy because she got invited into the program and she did it from a content strategy perspective. I did it because I had a great experience with a program, and I'm going to talk about that in particular. Somebody's comment got filtered. I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out because I don't see it. So it got filtered. Sorry, I came here at first. I didn't even go over to the YT really. Okay, that's okay. Somebody's comment got filtered. If you want to repopulate it, that's totally fine. Really quickly, so Creator Search Insights is a program for how you can search for content topics. They've just expanded it where they have these other features: AI Outline, AI Canvas. Again, you can search for content gaps. You can search for demographics of different topics you want to cover. You can look at other creators that have posted based on that topic, how they categorize that video for them. And so essentially, it's a tool that you can use. I just did a video where they changed the location where Creator Search Insights is now available on your profile page, where you click the three lines and you'll see Creator Search Insights there. You see it on the home screen as well. You can search for it. So it's a really great tool. When everything's said and done, they have webinars to kind of educate people about utilizing it, because they want people to start utilizing it more so that your content can become searchable. Remember, I just talked about YouTube being a search engine. They're trying to compete here so that people are coming here searching for topics and content. And a lot of people do. People come to TikTok and they search here first before they go oftentimes to the Google. And so recognizing if this is a search engine, then you need to make sure content is searchable and discoverable. If your content is not discoverable, then people won't find it. And so you have a lot of content that people produce that are not producing high quality content. And so they're trying to make Creator Search Insights your go-to for making sure your content is discoverable. All right. And it falls in different categories and stuff that people may be searching for, search terms, hashtags, whatever the case may be. And so they're wanting people to utilize this feature. Here's the deal. In order to do that, they're starting to try to spread the word, and they're using they created this Creator Search Insight Ambassador Program. So the Ambassador Program allows for you to do a video about Creator Search Insights, talk about the features and benefits of it, and then post about it. And you can give them the ad code for that video, every video. Oh, look at you, level up to level 10, Stacy. Awesome, friend. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate the goggles. And so you can level up. You can send them your ad code. And then ultimately with that video, they would boost the video with revenue, with ad revenue, and make sure the video is seen by a lot more people. Well, here's what happened. I joined the program. And quick caveat, if you're in my agency, you guys got this information. All right. So anybody in the agency, you got this information. I'm going to tell you now, try to apply, use it, do it. You should. Why not? And so what I did was that I did a video last month in March. They say it takes about maybe 1 to 2 weeks before they start boosting your video. Well, with this video, they boosted it, and the video got so many views. I'm now over 100K views on it. I think it's like 117K video views on it. Views is where now people had got boosted. Visibility, the video has done really well. Well, it got enough views where it got me invited into the Creator Rewards program. And so that's what happened. So with that one video alone, I got invited into the program. Now, I could use some more engagement in the video. I'm just saying. Or laughing. But I did get the views. This is Coach V. She talks about her strategy. She says, go live from Afraid to Brave, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And so she talks about her strategy with her content, similar in the sense that she had a couple posts that did really, really well recently. And because of that, and knowing how how you should post content, how you should be aware of the things that TikTok wants from you from a content production, what type of content you should be producing. She's teaching you that so you can start understanding your analytics from a content lens. Because I teach about looking at your analytics from the live stream. Well, there's also analytics from each time you post. And so she's teaching you all that, posting with intention. And so she's teaching you that. And so she's had some videos that have done really well. Her text content, her text posts have done really well. And so she's saying, okay, hey, here's what I teach. And so because she's done that, her videos, her content's done well, she's gotten invited to the Creator Rewards program as well. You said same here. Yep. So these are ways that you guys can do it. I just want to make sure I said that to you all. And then my friends in the room that are in my agency, just be aware that that's a program you can apply to if you choose to. Hello, friend. Hey, Green Thumb. I love your tutorials. I cannot stay today. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. Welcome to the room. I appreciate you all. You said the goo. Yeah. Always come. You always come here first. Thank you so much, Fawn. I appreciate that. So let me know if there's any questions about that. I just want to make sure I share that with you all so that you guys can start thinking about your content. Content you got to do. I teach about the live stream. Your girl, hey, sweetie pie, or it's me live. Lori, welcome to the room as well. Thank you for the rose. What are the qualifications to get in for the Creator Search Insights Ambassador Program? I don't know. I don't think there is any. I didn't hear the criteria. I think you scan and submit your application, they review it, and they accept you or not. So I don't know I don't recall them saying if there's a qualification. You're saying creator rewards. That's different. Okay, creator rewards program. Qualifications is that your account has to be in good standing. You have to have 10,000 followers. 10,000 followers and over 100,000 views in the last 30 days, within 30 days of that period. So for example, I told you I had a video that did really well in this month of April. Well, my videos in the month of December did okay, but I never got to 100,000 views in total for all the content that I had in the month of March or the previous month, or previous months. So for April, I had that one video, but I had some other videos that were doing okay too. So the combination got me to 100K. Just want to stop by and soak up some knowledge. You're welcome, friend. Appreciate you. So one thing you got to keep in mind though, and both Miss Vicky and we just so happened to meet when she was going through her situation, and I had seen it on my end as well. If you have videos that are privated, let me be clear. You can go in and make your videos only so you can see them. TikTok Creator Rewards Program says, no, your videos need to be visible for everyone. So you can no longer use the private feature, the only me feature. So keep that in mind, and then your videos have to be in good standing too. So you have to produce high quality content that does not have any violations so you can stay in the program, which we'll see how that goes, because I don't have videos that have trouble often, but it's happened a few times. Okay, I'm not seeing any more views on those than any other content. What did you mean by that, Kate? It was a video that you had. Hello, everyone. Happy, wonderful Women's Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome, friend. No audience control. Oh, the audience control for you. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that, friend. The audience control was also, you think the audience control was the problem? See, I thought it was the fact that you had it private. You think it was the audience control too. So Miss Vicky is saying her video, I think the notice she got is that she had a video that had audience control on it. Well, I have a couple videos that have audience control. I think, I know I do. It didn't stop that video. I wonder if it's the fact that your videos were privated. The audience control I know for a fact I have a video right now that has audience control on it, because it was when I was doing a wine tasting video for South Africa on my safari. Not the safari, on the wine tour we did. I made that 18 years and older because I had the glass of wine in my hand. Yes, because when I changed my whole setup, no for under 18. For that particular video, yeah, but for me, that video is still on my page. It's there now, and I know for a fact it has it. They didn't mention that one, so I don't. But Miss Vicky said she did get one that said audience control. So when she changed it, it worked. No, all of my videos, all your videos had it. I have one, maybe two. I think I have two there on my page that have audience control on it. No, mine don't have it for all videos. Why do you have it for all your videos? You said in my settings. It's in your settings. Thank you so much, Coach Jessie. I appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. You have it as an automatic setting that it automatically turns on audience control. Okay. She said no kids. I know. She said no kids. None whatsoever. said, we old school up in here. Nobody born before 2020 or 2000s, huh? Oh wow, friend. Yeah, I'm gonna say if she got the notification, then that's something that she received. So she changed it and it worked for her. I deleted all my videos. So the videos I had private, let me say that differently. I deleted all my videos. The videos I had that were private, I went in and deleted them because I was like, well, but I ain't watching them. They private for who? I don't even look at the videos. So I just removed them. And so because of that, I think that worked. So I just deleted all those videos that were sitting in the private area. The private area on your page is where you see a little lock symbol. It looks like a little padlock on your main profile. So those videos that were private, I just deleted them because I was like, I ain't even seen these videos in months. So I just removed them. So because of that, then I got invited. Hi, Heidi. Yes, they denied me. Then I turned it off and then they accepted me. Okay, so she said she turned the feature off and they accepted her. So she had an audience control, an automatic audience control toggled on for all her video content. You must have had that in the profile. I mean, in your actual settings, not for each individual, but you had individual video, but you had that in your settings turned on then. So she had it turned on at that level. What program are we discussing? That was the Creator Rewards program. And so Creator Rewards, yes, exactly. Okay, so she had it in her settings area. And so she turned that feature off. And then for me, I had the issue where they said my videos couldn't be private anymore. And I ended up just deleting all my videos that were private. So that's what I ended up doing. And so the Creator Rewards program, both Miss Vicky and I got into it in the last 24 hours or so. And I got into it. And again, I was telling people who are in my agency, you guys got the same invite that I received. So you can go and apply and see if you can get in it. It was called the Creator Search Insights Ambassador Program. And so when I produce video content talking about Creator Search Insights, promoting that feature, I then am able to take my ad code, send it to them, and they boost my video. And because I had so many views in the month of April, I got invited into the program. So what I was just explaining, Coach Vicky asked me to explain it, is that they do have criteria. You have to have 10,000 or more followers. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to look at the details. I didn't get a chance to review it before I came live today because I saw the welcome, but I didn't click to do a deeper dive into the resources. So I'll take a look at it and see what's there. And so so 10,000 followers, you have to have 100,000 views in a 30-day period for essentially for that month. You have to have 100,000 views overall on your content. And then your content has to be in good standing. And that's what we're talking about here, where you can't have violations. You got to make sure that, you don't have videos that are privated and don't have videos that are under audience control for 18 years and under. What about having only me videos? That's essentially, I had videos that were only me. That's what I mean by private. It was only me could see that video. They said, no, you can't do that. So those are the videos that I just deleted because I was like, well, I'm not watching them. So I just removed them. Did they coach you in the ambassador program? Not really. Got it. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. Not really. I mean, the ambassador program, they do have a Reddit for Creator Search Insights that you can go in and ask questions. You can post videos and stuff there. But not really. There's no true coaching happening. Not really. But the Reddit, I guess if you had questions, I haven't gone there recently, but I guess if you had questions, you can go there and ask them because I did ask about the ambassador program in the beginning. Can you do only me for practice only? You can now. I mean, obviously, if you're still trying to grow your follower number, you're not even thinking about the Creator Rewards program, yeah, you can make them private if you wanted to practice and work through your content. I mean, really, when you private something, you are posting it. And all you're doing is changing the settings that it's only you. Otherwise, you can make a video a draft. Thank you, friends. I appreciate that, Miss Vicky. I appreciate the star goggles. Appreciate the support, friends. So yeah, you have options there. How long did it take you to get to 100K followers? I'm at 175. Your followers, you're at 118. Your following is 175. So your followers are the ones that number you want to pay attention to. Your following is at 175. So here's what I tell people. Much of my you said okay, oh geez. You're fine, friend. It will come. Much of my following came from live streams. I will say that. Much of my following, I would probably put it at 75%. If I was to really be honest about the numbers, 75%. Even with the video that did well this month, I got a few new followers, maybe 100. But it wasn't a lot that came through that video. So we'll see in the future if I get more from like a video that goes viral. You know how people have those stories where, they had a video that went viral and before you know it, overnight they had 20, 50,000 followers, whatever the number is. But it came from live stream. And now granted, I've gone live. I say 90 of mine are from going live. 90%. Yeah, that's flourished. 90% of hers is from the live stream. And she's done well. She hit over her 10K. Oh, I mean, you did. Hers is a fairly quick rise when you think about it. Because she's 13K now. 6 months? Is that fair to say? 6 months? You've gotten from like... Where did you start? What was your number starting off before you went live? Were you at like 2,000? Let me know if it was more than that. Yeah, she said, Coach Vicky is similar. Most of her new people came from followers too. Yeah, from live streaming. You said I get more followers from live and shares. Yep, that's it. Wow, that's amazing. Yep. Yeah, the majority. Mine too. Yours, oh yeah, Moonflower's. Oh yeah, she's a great story. Moonflower's like you, Stacy. Moonflower has been going live. She's a knitter. Moonflower, you started off at, I say the number wrong every time, but I want to say she was like 120. 120 when she started going live back in February. Am I right when I say that? So she had 120 when she started in February. She is now 1,500, over 1,500, and we're in April. So yeah. That's a huge jump. You say, oh, you've been 28K for like 4 years. I just started gaining followers recently. Okay. Are you posting more? Is that what's happening? I wonder what's happening. Create what's happening there, friend. Thank you. I went back and looked, and I went from 800 in February last year to 13K now. Yes. My story was similar. I was like in that first year of going live. I think by the end of the year, I was at from 1,600 in January. By December, I probably was at like 17,000, somewhere along in there. Because in these recent months, it's kind of picked up. But yeah, so that's not bad. So yeah, going live, you guys can grow really, really quickly. Depending on your consistency, depending on how often you go live, all that factors in, getting the algorithm used to you. So there's some things you want to pay attention to. Thank you for the roses, title gifter. I think you're answering the question that I had, and I'm going to be talking to my best friend. Yep, that's it. Talking to your best friend. I love it. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate the roses. Hey, Charlene. Good morning. Good morning. You said, Moonflower, you said February 24th. I got to remember Valentine's Day. You had 119. She started, and just over 3 weeks at 1,000. Yes, I remember that. You didn't go live as much in this month of April. So in all fairness, April has kind of been a low month for her because she's been pretty busy with some kid activities. But she goes live pretty often, and she gets a lot of followers, a lot of viewers in her room. So yeah, definitely going live. You can get there, friends. Been seen on other folks' live. You said be seen on other folks' lives. That's true. That is true. Be seen. You got to be seen, friend. Coach V is talking about, when you're on the screen, penning, connecting with people, going into other lives that way. She's speaking to the visibility, like what she's doing there. She's being seen. Okay, so y'all see her title gifter. Y'all see her. So that's what she's saying. You got to make sure you have that visibility so people know your name, know who you are, what you're doing, and what I'm teaching is stuff that you can go back and tell your room. Again, when you become a live host, you're going to think of other cute strategies and ways to make sure people are engaging. Your chat is always moving. People are also being intentional about how they are leveling up, getting their blue box, getting their daily heart rate. All that matters and it factors in. Thanks for the tips. You are so welcome. Should I follow random people or people that are in my niche? Stacy, it's ideal to try to stay within your niche. That's ideal. Sometimes you can't do that all the time, but yeah. If you could make that part of your strategy, absolutely. So true. You said, thank you so much for all this information. You're amazing. Oh, you're so welcome, friends. You said we see you. Yes, we do. All right, friends. Hey, Rich, thank you so much for being here. Let me talk about a couple other things before I get off for today. So I'm going to be on probably another 30 minutes or so. I'm going to get off shortly, but thank you so much, Moonflower. Grab that daily heart, me. Appreciate your friend. Let's do this really quickly. Why don't you guys drop in the chat when if you're going live today? Let's talk about that. I'm going to talk about some community guideline stuff. There was a webinar yesterday, so I want you guys to hear some of the do's and don'ts, some of the high-level things, TikTok. I'm not going to probably go through every detail, but some of the things you want to be aware of as you prepare to go live and as you continue to go live, okay? This is definitely appreciated. You're so welcome. I try to stop when I see you smile. Oh, appreciate that, friend. Going live at 5. There we go. Do me a favor. When you put it in, put your topic, time, and time zone so people know, is it 5, 8 a.m., p.m., or Eastern? Let us know. Kate, put it back in there. And put your topic, too, so we know what topics you have. Calm, you said go live at 4 p.m. PST. Going live today at 6. Love that per scoop. Welcome to the room. Tell me time and time zone as well. Coach Bree, time and time zone. I'm just about to ask you about that, Diamond. The webinar yesterday? Okay, perfect. I've never gone live, but I want to. You got this, Sam. You got this, Samantha. You can do it. Fortune budgeting, you 7 p.m. Central Time. Love that budgeting. 9:30 a.m. and p.m. Wendy, just a friendly chat. She is 9:30 a.m. and p.m. Eastern. Okay. Went live last night with a co-host, Mr. Flourish. What? You done brought out Mr. Flourish and we missed it? Like what? I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, thank you, Solo Chick, for the first time gifter. You got your rose, friend. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that first time gift with me. I appreciate it. Mr. Flourish came on live. Really? I'm surprised. And he came on his account. He said, I bought some coins finally. Look at you, friend. You got this. Look, he said, finally. Per scoop, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, hanging out with TikTok Growth Room. All right, we're going to talk about that per scoop. We're going to talk about that because that's part of these community guidelines, but be careful. Not sure my topic yet. Okay, calm in the chaos. Okay, friend. All right. Well, you're going to talk about something calming. Appreciate you. Hey, Charlene, thank you for the stickers. I see you, friend. I went live this morning at 10 a.m. I'm assuming a.m. Eastern. We'll go later today on oh, look at you. I missed it. Awesome. Awesome. It was a super fan live with him as my co-host. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. We missed Mr. Flourish. Okay. Yay, just engagement showing off a couple products. Okay, perfect. I brought coins finally. Awesome. I see you guys. I'm catching up on comments. My soundboard isn't working. Do you have an iPhone? Scoop, I do have an iPhone. My soundboard is not working either. When you pin it down below, it doesn't work. So I literally have to go back into the wand and hit the sound effects each time. Not sure when that's going to be fixed. I'm annoyed because I'm used to my sound effects being really easily accessible, and they are not. So for that reason, I cannot do it, friend. Oh, thank you. Look at you got your daily heartbeat now too. Congratulations, friend. You are doing your thing. Let's talk about I want to learn it all. Welcome to the room. Thank you so much, Create. Appreciate you. Coach Jessie, live at 1 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Central. She is doing, we'll talk to her before I get off really quickly. She is going to be doing her she's doing our campaign, and she's going to be doing her voice chat, her reality show conversation at 1 p.m. Central, and then 6 p.m. she does the live stream where she is face forward and connecting with all of you. So she will be available tonight at 1 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Central. You said, Coach Bree, you said, I go live every day at 9 a.m. Eastern. My topic is all about healing after heartbreak. Ooh, I love that. That's good. People need that. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on some comments. Coach V, you said, became a title gifter 10 times. Thank you, friend. Tips to qualify for a home as a self-employed borrower, 5 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, I like that topic. No, he sat next to me. Oh, he sat next to you. Okay, gotcha. Hubby said, Mr. Flores sat next to her while she went live. I'm gonna see if I can get Mr. Doc, if I can get him to come live. I don't think he will. I should have done it when we were away on vacation. I should have done it then. I might have been able to give me one vacation wish. I wish you would come to my live and sit with me. He was right in the room, so I could have said, come over here, come in the screen. Yes, with chaos in the background. Oh, that's what yours is, calm in the chaos, and chaos is in the background. You must have some littles, some little ones. Appreciate you, friend. Let's see. So we should go live in 30-minute intervals. No, we should not. We should be going live for at least 61 minutes. Retired teacher. Thank you, Stacy. I'm new here. No, you should not. It should be 61 minutes or more. I'm aiming for weekdays at 9 a.m. Networking for DMV entrepreneurs. Okay. I love that. That's a good one. Yeah, retired teacher, let me know if you heard me, friend. That is the time, friend. You want to go at least 61 minutes. Thank you all. I see all the comments. Got it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the shares. I thought it was this new phone. Oh, what you mean? You thought it was this? Oh, your phone? No, it's the app. Thank you, because I didn't know what was happening with my soundbar. Yes, that's what's going on. It's been glitching all week long, actually. See, that's why apples are for eating. No, it don't work with Android either. My Android people have been saying they're having problems too. Because I was about to say, Coach Jessie, I think you're an Android user, aren't you? Or are you iPhone now? We were doing it again, so we'll talk in depth about building the greenhouse. Oh, that's a great topic, because he built it for you, didn't he? Thank you so much, friend. He built it from the ground up, didn't he? Miss West, thank you so much for being here. I blocked my hubby. Did you block him? Hey, Kim Love Jones. You said you blocked your hubby? Oh my gosh. My hubby, he comes in. When I was first starting and I did those first couple battles, I was like, look here, you got to come in. I don't know if I'm going to get any gifts thrown, so I need to at least have some. So you're going to throw me some gifts. He's like, okay, what I need to do? He was throwing roses, y'all. I was like, boy, if you don't throw something bigger. I was like, why you throwing me roses? But anyway, so yes, I made sure he was in the room. You said still no mute button. We need to stay live for at least 60 minutes. Yes, you want to start growing your live stream. So my beginners, my very new beginners, I say you don't have to do that. Those first 3 lives say that you have to do them for 3 separate days for a total of 30 minutes. And maybe that's what retired teacher was still thinking. That's where the 30 minutes comes in. But the first 3 lives is where you're getting full live access. So I tell people sometimes 10 minutes for the first one, come back the next day, do 10 minutes, come back the next day, do 10 minutes. Those are for my nervous people. I say technically you should be trying to scaffold up. And so first live, maybe do 15, 20 minutes, second live, 20, 30 minutes, third live, maybe at the 60 minutes. And so try to improve, try to grow. The whole point is to be here. You're not here for a real quick minute or two and get off. You are building a community. You're engaging and talking. So right now, I've been live for an hour and 35 minutes. It don't feel that way, but I've been live just that long. So you'll get used to it. It gets better. It goes quickly. And so the live here is all about how to go live. I thought no sound was just me. Yeah, that sound is acting. Yeah, it's acting up. Mine. You said mine was. You're fine. You're fine. Are you Android or iPhone? Android is not working. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think it's all around. I don't know if it's. It doesn't seem like it's everybody, but yeah, it's definitely a problem. Thank you again. This is. I gotta go. Thank you, Stacy. You're welcome, friend. Sorry I've had to leave a couple of times, so I'm behind. You're totally fine. I thought the sound issue was just me. Yeah, it's all of us, friends. Healing your heart. Kim Love Jones. That's our topic. Healing your heart. What time are you going live, Kim? I missed it, friend. Healing your heart at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's where she's going live. Healing your heart at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. First time here, and I'm loving your sense of humor. Thank you so much, Pastor. I appreciate it. Sorry. Kim Love Jones, Healing Your Heart at 8 p.m. Eastern. I saw you, friend. You said, sorry, no, 8 p.m. I'll see you, friend. Thank you so much. First time here. Thank you so much, Pastor. I appreciate that. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that, Day. I missed the blowout. Sound works on Sweetie Pie account, but not this one. Oh, really? Okay. Are you using the same device too? Let me know. It's me live. Let me know if that's true. You using the same device? Are the accounts on the same device? Or are you using two separate devices? I'm just trying to see if it's a device thing too, but it must not be. Can you please explain how you did your board? Yes, separate iPhones. So, interesting. I don't know. I heard someone say get a violation for saying sweetheart. Sweetheart, really? I don't know why. They said sweetheart. You think that was it? Interesting. You gotta be careful about what you say, but yeah, maybe how they said it. I don't know. That's interesting. Board. Let me go to board. I'm gonna talk about some of the community guidelines. We did go to a webinar yesterday. That's why I said I don't know where that would fit in. Coach V, are you in the room? Anybody who went to the webinar, let me know where you think that would fit in. I'm not sure. Could be hate speech. Hate speech? No. It's like I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Soundboard works during my reality show, not during live. So voice chat it works, but not regular live. Interesting. That's what I said. They were saying hello. Interesting. Which is better when you go live, cell phone or laptop? I'm pro phone. Laptop, you just have to make sure your device can withstand live streaming. So my device cannot. My device has too many windows and browsers open and all types of stuff going on. So the live stream doesn't work effectively. Maybe they thought they were saying something else due to dialect. Maybe, huh? Did you go over the new guidelines? I did not. Stay with me real quick, spiritual. I'm going to do this board conversation real quick. Board is for manipulative. Maybe that could have been it. Interesting. Board is under, before you go live, it's under settings, or it's going to be its own separate icon. You click the board, you create the board before you go live. You can add and change out the board while you're live, but you're going to make it before you go live. And so the board, there's different templates in there that you can use. They have these AI templates too, where it can read what you said in your live and it creates boards for you. And then they also have the different fonts that you can kind of play around with and utilize as well. So that's essentially what I did. They have the boards that have background images you can add. So I'll show you guys real quick because I'm just going to run through this really quickly. Like this is my background where I added a photo to the background and I can still put my board up there. So this is something you can do as well if you're trying to make a board that way. So I did this as a board, not as a green screen or a background. So it's an actual board. You said, did you already go over the new guidelines? I did not. I'm about to go over it in a second, friend. Let's see. And then you can also make a board where the image is cropped at the top as well. So there's a couple different styles there. I'll go back to the board I had. This is the board I've been using other days. So another little way you can make the fonts different and stuff. Another board image. Okay, so but with that being said, make sure on your board you do not put any Words like social media platforms, including TikTok. So don't put any of the platforms, any websites, any pricing, or personal identifying information. So make sure your board is not violating the community guidelines to redirect people off the platform. Okay. Do you do it while live or preset? I have tried, and TikTok says under review. It says under review. Go out of it, come back in it, and you should be able to see the board. If it says under review, yeah, it does review what you put. Again, if you get a little pop-up disclaimer that says this board may not be recommended to the FYP or for you recommended, you can't put websites, pricing, personal identifying information, or other social media platforms, then it didn't like your board. It'll let you save that board. It may let you use it, but you might get in trouble when you use it. So be careful with that board. If you got that pop-up, it didn't like something you put on that board. All right, friends. Thank you all for being here. My option were why more limited, boring compared to yours. You said my options were more limited and boring. So this is part of the AI board features. So maybe you need to update your app to see if you get it. Play around with some of the AI features too, because I play around with the fan club. They have the AI message in there. There's also a AI wallpaper. And so maybe if you start engaging in some of the features that have the AI integration in it, it'll pop up the AI boards for you as well. Somebody else said to do that, and I think that was the key. And then says, I'm selling, but I'm not. Pastor, something you wrote got filtered. Let me check and see if I can see it. Do you do it while live? Or, okay, yeah, something you wrote got filtered. I can't see what your comment is. The comment before that got filtered. What did you mean? Something you wrote in you got a restriction? Is that what happened? And it said you were trying to sell something? Okay, maybe you need to update. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah, so update your app. Try to update your app. There was an app update yesterday on Tuesday. So go to the App Store, whether you're Apple or Google, go to your App Store and update your app there. All right? I like the way you literally talk to ways, speaking like the questions and then answer them. Oh, something you wrote, it didn't compute well, but I think you were telling me you like the way I explain questions and then answer them. All right. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Let me talk about community guidelines really quickly. Okay. So, and then I put in there, as you guys, you're welcome. Will do. You guys know who's going live. Try to connect with other people while you're listening to this. If you attended the webinar yesterday and you're in the agency, put in the chat if there's anything in particular that stood out for you. So put that in the chat as well. Hey, Leanne, if there's something that was like a major aha moment for you, put that in the chat so we can talk about that too. Yes, please. Thank you. You're welcome. It happened to me. I was showing other products and didn't say anything about selling at all. Yeah, you can't show stuff. TikTok, when you start showing other products, TikTok doesn't want you to redirect. Yeah. If you turn the bag on, it doesn't happen. Yeah. If you have the shopping cart on, yes. I'll be going live two times today. Okay, 2 p.m. Central, and the Egg Family at 9 p.m. Central. Parenting Talk. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so TikTok had a webinar yesterday for people who are in the Creator Network agencies. So I am a Creator Network agency owner and manager. If you're interested in an agency, you can click my Service Plus. Just message me there. Or if you are interested in getting one-on-one support, coaching support, you want to learn an agency, you can message me here as well. And then I'm going to drop the agency's page here in the system too. So you'll have a couple different ways to get a hold of me. And then if you are already going live, you can become a live host. If you are a live host, you can join the agency. And so that's another way you can get support with your live stream. The agency is free. It's a free program because TikTok pays you. They pay themselves and then they give a few percentage to the agency. So TikTok pays all of us. All right. So just keep that in mind. Am I allowed to refer to your agency in my live? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you should, because you got a referral code under Sweetie Pie. Yeah, so definitely do that. So let me know if you don't know where that is, but you have it under your Creator Network Agency area, so you can give them your QR code. I think that's what it is, or web link, and then they can join through under you in particular. Okay, so with the community guidelines, TikTok, there was 3 different segments they gave. They gave a segment on community guidelines broadly. These are the things that get you suspended from the app, all right, and can get your account permanently banned. So community guidelines is things you want to pay attention to, both for a live stream and on the content side too. So there's community guidelines. So you got to pay attention to that. Okay, because so many newbies that they are scared. I tell them that you're very patient. Thank you so much, friend. Only thing is they got to be going live. That's the only caveat. So they got to go live and plan to continue to go live. How can I see if I'm a business or personal? I want to try to apply for creator. I think it's called, it went off. Linda, I don't know the answer anymore. It used to be under the 3 lines. And if somebody found the answer to Linda's question, the first part of Linda's question, her first statement, how do you see if you're business or personal? It's not there anymore. It's not there. I don't see it, at least. So if you guys still see it for you, but if you click your 3 lines on your profile, top corner, click those 3 lines, scroll down to settings and privacy. It should show you under account if you want to switch to business or switch to personal. So see if it's there. But for me it says business verification. So I didn't click that because I'm not a business. You said mine's is there. I'm looking for that too and can't find it. Yeah, for me it's not there anymore. I'm not sure what's going on. And I checked on my other accounts. It's not there for them either. So I'm not sure what that means. But I'm not trying to be business either. So I'm just going to leave it be. Yeah, so I'm not sure why it's not showing up for everybody. Or why it's changed for some and not for others. You said mine either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I'll see if I can find out the answer, but I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so community guidelines. The other segment was live monetization guidelines. So community guidelines can get you, thank you so much. Appreciate you, friend. Appreciate you. Can get you banned or banned from the app, period, versus and suspended from going live. The live monetization can also get you restricted and get your monetization reduced. So you can get restricted, meaning that you are not going to be recommended to the For You feed. So you won't get visibility. You won't get pushed out. So that can happen to you. So that's part of the live monetization guidelines. So you can get restricted and then your monetization can be reduced. Depending on what you did, it could be 20%. Just depends on what happened in that live stream. And then there's also the static imagery, low visual quality restrictions that they're putting out there. Restrictions/violations. So those are the 3 categories that they more or less talked about. So under community guidelines, come some of the key takeaways. And I'll talk about this again later. For how long, for what, friend? What was the how long? What was that pertaining to? What part? Suspended for how long? Maybe that's what you're saying. Suspended for anywhere, but depends on what you did. 3 days, 7 days. I heard somebody get violation. This is a violation. Suspended is a violation. I heard someone get 12 days. Not sure what that's about, but they did get it. Might have been banned, and maybe they get their account back after 12 days. Thank you so much, friends. Restricted. So here's what I tell people about restrictions versus violations. Restrictions, I give the comparison to when you were in high school. So we all can think about our high school days. When you were in high school, you may have gotten in-school detention, meaning that something happened. Maybe in your classroom, your teacher was like, you're going to get detention. And you had to sit in this special room and you were in a timeout. So you got, the punishment is that you had to sit here for this period of time. So for TikTok Live, a restriction is that you're not being pushed out to the For You feed. You're restricted. You're in a timeout. Sometimes they will give you a timeout for like 10 minutes in that live stream. And you just have to kind of go through that 10-minute pause. And you're not pushed out. And your room typically does drop. Sometimes they'll do that. Sometimes they'll do it for the entire live. So it might be in your best interest just to end the live and start over. But it was for that live. All right. Violation means that you are suspended. So remember in high school, when you got suspended in high school, you had to go home. You could not come back to the building. TikTok is similar. You are suspended. You cannot go live. All right. So you can't go live for a few days. And, when it comes to having an agency, the violations and bans, we can advocate on your behalf. We can submit an inquiry for you and kind of assist you with getting your account back up and running again. So that is actually a major perk for having an agency, because again, you typically don't get far by yourself. When you have an agency, we can intervene. Depending on what you did, how egregious it was, you can get it back. I think I can count on, we've seen an uptick in violations and restrictions. Let me just be clear. And that's probably why they did this webinar, because there's a lot of stuff that's happening out in these TikTok streets that we personally have seen some of it. And so recognizing there's people who are violating the rules, they had to kind of do this webinar and make sure people are on the same page about it. And so hopefully they will improve and do more of these more often, so that more word, they're spreading the word about what you can and cannot do while you're on TikTok. And so ultimately, when it comes to the violation itself, you just got to make sure that you're following some of the rules that they have out here. Okay. And like I said, the agency can be a good advocate for you if you're in trouble. They gave 6 categories. What are some common reasons one would get suspended? They gave 6 categories. I'm about to answer that, Mary. They gave 6 categories. One that they talked about was hate speech. All right. Let me say the names first, and I'm going to kind of talk about a few of them. Hate speech, harassment and bullying, nudity and body exposure, regulated goods and commercial products activity, the S word, self-harm, that type of word, and dangerous activity, as well as minor and youth safety. All right. So those are the 6 categories that they kind of talked about. Some of the things you should pay attention to. Thank you for the puffs. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. You're welcome, friends. Thank you for the donuts. I appreciate the support, everybody. Thank you so much. Hate speech. They gave the example of people saying stuff just to kind of teasing their friend or somebody else on a live stream, but the words they're using are pretty egregious, hateful, those type of words. You might have said something really negative and demeaning. You can't do that. Okay, so you got to be careful about what you say. You figure you got young people on this app. And when I say young people, I'm saying 18 years and older, because you got to be 18 years and older to go live. And so I'll get to that in a second too, but just 18 years and older. And so you got immaturity on this app. And with that, they say things that maybe they shouldn't have said. And so TikTok's like, hey, you need to understand we're creating and cultivating a safe community. So you just can't say any and everything. Okay. Thank you so much, friend. And so when it comes to hate speech, you got to be careful about what you say. Harassment and bullying, again, saying something that may be a little harsh, and maybe you're teasing your friend, but it sounds like bullying language. You can't do that either. Harassing language, also, you got to be careful about what you're doing. Nudity and body exposure. I gave this example earlier when it comes to women, and mainly is based on female gender. We are scrutinized a little bit more than the men, it seems like. But essentially, you cannot, like say if my hair is here, and if I had a tube top on, or if I had a tank top on, you didn't see the straps, but you saw a whole lot of skin, and it looks like I don't have a shirt on, that's a problem. All right? A lot of cleavage, that's a problem. So you got to be careful about what you say. You said, no policies. What you mean, friend? Also, I guess no policies. What do you mean? The community guideline. There is a written document for the community guidelines. There is some information. It's kind of gray though, if that's what you're saying. No politics. You got to be careful about your political commentary. You're right. And that way, you do have to be careful about what you say, how you say it, what you're talking about. The big 3: money, politics, religion. Be careful. Those are the big 3. So just be careful about how you talk about things. Yes, absolutely. Not that you couldn't do it, but again, when you're name calling, you're being very accusatory conspiracy theory. That's where this falls into as well. That's a problem. Thank you so much for this information. You're welcome. Doreen, hello, friend. And so just know that those are the things that you got to pay attention to, like how you talk about things and then what you're saying. So when it comes to, men taking their shirt off in the live, removing of clothing, problematic. So don't do that. You know, you guys think they're trying to be like real suave and stuff and they want to show their abs. Don't take no clothes off on here. Don't take no clothes off. So be mindful of what you're doing. And so when it comes to that, and I've been talking about this too, when you have guests in your room, hey Bob, when you have guests in your room and they're in these boxes, what they do, you're the host. So you're responsible for your guests. So what they do also matters. And so they can't be taking their clothes off or doing anything inappropriate also. The regulated goods and commercial activity. Products, especially designer products. Don't talk about that. But they also talked very specifically about the drinking, the smoking, as well as driving, firearms, gambling, super fans are super fans, but you switch out super for only. Don't do that either. Hold on one second. Oh, my friend's calling. I'm going to call her back. Okay, hopefully that didn't take my sound out. It might have taken my sound out. Drop a heart in if you guys can hear me. I think my sound might have been compromised. Let me know if you guys got me. So we just talked about the super fan. Can you say super fans again? You say super fans. I wasn't actually talking about the super fans. Oh my gosh, thank y'all. Y'all can hear me? Okay, sounds good. My favorite part, the red cup. Yeah, the red solo cups. Yes, when you're drinking, you can't have a little red cup. We know what's in the red cup. Yes, you can hear me. Can you repeat that part? I can repeat it. I was saying basically, when you're talking about things you cannot do, you got to be careful about what you're doing and what type of activities you're doing, and then also what platforms you're on. And I said super fans, but you switch super for only. Okay? There's a separate place for that. So just make sure you're not promoting that type of activity where you're going over there. You said water's in the cup. Does that apply to A-leaguers as well? You know what? Here's the analogy they gave. They gave it later. But I do think this is the case. Thank you so much for that. I do think this is the case. They said, people speed all the time on the highway, on the roads. People are speeding. So everybody does it, but only certain people get caught. And I get that. I mean, I can understand that they said the AI doesn't catch everything, but everybody should be following the same rules. Now, is that truly true? I don't know. I am inclined to think that there is some favoritism. I can get with that. I can understand if there's some favoritism. Yeah, because you can't have. Well, you could. They would have to change They would have to change. They would have to make sure that they have policing done at that level all the time too. A lot of the times, much of the time, and so I don't know if they're doing that as much. But so they don't get caught speeding as much because they're not in that neighborhood paying attention to them. So it seems like once you're on their radar for violence, they are watching you more. That might be it too. That's fair. That's fair. Definitely more favoritism. Yeah. So that's fair. Yeah. I could get that. I could get with that. Like, yeah, if you've been reported, if you've been doing stuff, they're paying attention now. Coach Jesse has, sorry, Doc, I'm getting my infusion. Okay. No problem, friend. You take care of yourself. Coach Jesse, she's had a lot of people in her life. She's been doing the random battles, and she's come across quite a few bad actors, people who are violating these rules, literally, like blatantly, and nothing's happening to them. So clearly there is definitely room for improvement. They clearly need to work on this quite a bit. You said I'm not going to speed. Did you respond to my question? I did, Trisha T. That's what I was just responding to. The A-leaguers, I don't know if... what I was saying is the speeding analogy that they gave, where there's a lot of people who speed, not everybody gets caught. And so basically what they're saying is that, the rules apply to everybody. We all shouldn't do speeding. But Certain people get caught doing it, certain people don't. And then, our friend Spiritual, she was saying, hey, it could be the case that once you get caught, now you're on the radar. And so those people are getting caught more often. And I was about to say, Coach Jesse has a person who actually announced in her battle, they were doing small talk. And he was like, yeah, I've gotten violations 6 to 7 times. Gotten suspended because his behavior is against these community guidelines. And he's gotten caught several times. Okay, got it. Murphy's Law. That's true. He said, he put it out there. Wow. Yeah. So he's clearly he doing probably about 3 or 4 of these violations in just that experience alone. he definitely is doing several. I just joined back. What is speeding? Inky, I was using the analogy they gave in our webinar yesterday when we were looking at community guidelines, where they gave the analogy that people often will speed. A lot of us speed all the time on the highway, on the roadways, and we don't get caught by the police. Doesn't mean that it's not right. You're not supposed to speed. You just didn't get caught. And so what they're saying is that everyone has to follow these rules. Certain people are breaking them. They just haven't gotten caught yet. That's essentially what's happening. I've been here several times now, and I can't seem to be able to battle. What am I doing wrong? What you mean? How are you trying to battle? Tell me more. Bob, you got to go live. So do you go live? You got to go live. And then you have to click the interlocking rings. And then at the top, just hit a quick invite. And then the person who pops up say, would you like to battle? And they will say yes or no. That's it. It's as simple as that. Oh, got it. Thank you. You're welcome. It's just simple as that. I thought it was special jargon. No. I'm going to use it now and be like, hey, you just ain't got caught speeding. That's going to be my new saying. You're speeding. You need to stop speeding. You're going to get caught at some point. I've seen all the rule breakers. Yes, you have seen all of them, friend. Hopefully thinks the live is informative. Thank you so much, friend. Hopefully thinks the live is informative. That's sweet. Thank you, hopefully. Appreciate you, friend. Our battle's fun. I like them. They're fun and funny. You get a little entertainment segment from it. You should have a good time. Yeah. Thank you so much for that daily heartbeat. Okay, so a couple things. The other thing I was going to say, make sure you're not smoking, drinking. You're not supposed to be driving, okay? So I say that all the time. You're not supposed to be driving. Don't get behind the wheel. Don't have your seatbelt on. Try not to do that at all while you're locked. If you're sitting in the car, sit in the passenger side, take your seatbelt off. Don't let the AI think that you are actually driving, all right? When it comes to being parked, basically. When it comes to harm, self-harm, all those things, be mindful of that. You don't want to harm yourself or your others, and talk about that in your live stream. If you are looking for your live to be a space where you can say any and everything that happened to you that's triggering, dramatic, traumatic, any of that, this is not the space for you. I'm just going to say that now. You got to be careful about what you say and what you unload and how you say things. I've had several people tell stories about, domestic violence type situations. Don't tell dramatic, traumatic stories in that way. So again, be careful about what you're saying and how you're saying it. If you need to say that conversation, you might need to talk to your therapist, okay? But don't use live for that, because it seems like that is something they're trying to keep this as a safe community, and they don't want those type of conversations happening here where, people can come in and hear it, and then, something can happen to other people too. All right. Minors, kids cannot be on your live. Anyone under 18 years and under cannot be on your live. Not at all. Not a little bit. Not in your lap. Not on the screen. Not at all. If they're not 18, they cannot be on a live. Okay? That was just as plain and simple as that. So if you have grandkids, if you have older kids that are 15, 16, if they are not 18 years and older, and they definitely don't look it, don't put them on the live. Don't do it. All right? You drink water bottle while on the live. You should. I would avoid it. You never know that you can get caught speeding, but if you get caught, I would avoid it. My water's sitting right here. It's in a cup. I got a little straw. I just lean over here, take a sip of my water, and that's it. You said, but they say anything. I I know. I've seen a couple interactions. Yeah, yeah. Coach Jessie has seen it all. She's seen it all. So yeah, so you got to be mindful of that. So no minors, no minors on live. She was very emphatic, very clear. If I couldn't have said that clearer, then I apologize. But she basically said no kids, no minors. If you could try it, if you want to get caught speeding, it's up to you. But I would say don't do it. Avoid it. So that was a big takeaway because I think a lot of people thought like, oh, maybe you can have the kid if they're with the adult, maybe that's okay. And I've seen people do it, but again, it's not supposed to happen. Okay. So no minors at all. The live monetization, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. I was going to use a coffee cup as a prompt. Like I said, I would avoid it. I mean, you can. I've seen people drinking their coffee. I've seen it, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Maybe that's just me. Yeah. Thank you, worship. I appreciate it. I've always leaned to the side. She did say no drinking. You said make informed decisions. Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, I tend to be a rule follower. So you might be talking to the wrong person. I'm one of those people like, you know what? I'm trying to do this for a bigger purpose. And so having a coffee cup, having a water bottle, having my son on the screen, it ain't worth the headache, in my opinion. You say me too? Me too. Yeah. It's not worth the headache. And so he can sit over there and say mommy in the background, and I tell him to go downstairs to his father. I can lean over and sip and drink my water cup. Little stuff like that. I don't even want the headache. Best to be safe. Yeah. Yeah. Because, when they give you that restriction, it's right in the middle of your screen. You're like, what did I just do? So I don't tend to worry about, that type of stuff. It doesn't make or break my live stream. So if you could avoid it, I would say avoid it. I know we have our personal women's summers and we'll see what the summer brings for any of us, but I tend to just kind of make sure I'm comfortable. I got my ceiling fan on. I do what I need to do to be comfortable, and so I don't have to worry about my clothing in that way. So little things like that, I could see how it could be a little bit of an inconvenience, but at the same time, it doesn't impact me to any great extent. Hey, how you doing, worship? Thank you so much for being here. Man, these are great tips. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for your tips. You're so welcome, friends. Okay, so these are just some of the talking points that some of the highlights from the conversation with TikTok yesterday. It was a webinar that they did. I'm asking about your board. You were asking about my board. It got thank you so much. Oh, because I did say ask about my board. Thank you so much, friend. Give me a second. Let me finish this. I'll do another recap of the board before I get off. The podcast is called Coffee and Conversation. Now it's only just conversation, no coffee. Yeah. I mean, if you want to do coffee, like I said, it's fine. You can try it. You're welcome, friend. Yeah, you can try it. Like I said, I obviously I do think the whole drinking implies alcoholic beverages. I do believe that's the intent of it. But they don't know what's in the cup. So you got to be careful. If you had a coffee cup and maybe the coffee mug doesn't have any major words on it or anything, that's going to be a problem with the words or language. But maybe show it. I don't know. I wouldn't see little stuff like that. If I have to think about it to that extent, I'm like, I just won't do it. So, but it's up to you. You could try it. Do you have to be in a certain league before you can monetize doing lives? No, you can monetize from day one. You said, I'm not drinking it. Oh, it's just there as a prompt. I don't know if I would do it. When will you start a new live? I missed the beginning. I go live twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. 10 a.m.-ish and 4 p.m.-ish. I get on about 15 minutes after for most of the times. So live monetization is the next category. Remember I told you it was community guidelines and then there's live monetization. Live monetization, these are the things where you can get restricted and or a deduction off your live stream so that they can take your money away. Yes, it's in the background. Gotcha. Okay, you might be okay if you have a coffee mug there. That might be fine. You just got to be careful. Like I said, just be careful about showing stuff. Again, they don't know what's in the cup. So basically, we're saying, a lot of people are doing these sleep lives. Any live that has essentially low quality content, meaning that your lighting, your audio, what you're doing is low movement, not really engaging, just sitting there doing nothing. TikTok's like, that's not live streaming. Your live needs to be interactive, needs to be some movement. Your lighting needs to be good so we can see you. Your audio, if there's like a lot of sound morphing and maybe you got like what do you call it? The static sounding stuff going on, that's poor quality. So if there's issues going on with your stream, they will give you a restriction because it's low quality content. So you got to be careful about that. The sleep live, you're not supposed to be sleeping on a live. My glass of water was a prompt. I got a restriction. Ooh, I had it in my hand. Wow. Yeah, so Diamond, you might want to rethink the whole prompt. Do you share the same things on both lives? No, it just depends on the conversation that we go down. I usually try to have a overarching thing I want to say, talk about like this here. So I probably will repeat this because this meeting happened yesterday. So I might repeat some of this stuff. But I get a lot of questions just because of my board and people are asking general questions about the live stream. Yeah, I was using a filter that I found later was distorting my sound. Oh, okay. Wow. Are you talking about the cute little AI chair that was messing with your sound? Are the overnight lives no longer allowed with the voice chat settings? Well, it's about how you set your settings. You have to be engaging there as well because a lot of people were getting restrictions because they were trying to not be live and they were muting their microphone. And TikTok was like, okay, you got to talk. You just can't have TikTok music playing and you not talking and you muted your microphone. So you got to make sure your mic stays on. There is some sound coming out of your circle, your box, where it's either music or it's either you talking. Yeah, something is going on there. And so again, I was going to get to that. That's on this list, but they're giving those restrictions out. So thank you so much, Fran. I appreciate that. LaPrice, thank you so much for being here. You say you're not holding the cup. You saying it's like on something in the background? I would. I mean, it depends, Diamond. I think again, if you're so kind of like what Soda said, her image was creating sound quality stuff. The AI could pick up on that cup. Maybe if it's in the background and you're not holding it, it's not a big deal. So maybe that's fine. You said it was a music note filter. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. So maybe you should be fine if it's just sitting on on a shelf or something in the background. I see. No sleeping on the dance floor. There we go. Sounds like that might, they want the lives money without actual being live. Yeah, some of that's happening. Hey, Grace, how are you? Hello, Deborah. Thank you so much. Hey, retired teacher. Pretty much TikTok was saying, there's 6 reasons that they'll demonetize the live stream as well. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up some of those reasons. I was going to go to my little screen that I captured. So here's some of the reasons they said. Low quality content. We just talked about that. You got to make sure you're awake. Your content is engaging. No audio issues. No visual issues to it. Fake engagement and gift baiting. So if people are just spamming you with gifts, doing all that and stuff. And the grow rooms. There was somebody in my room earlier that said, hey, they want to create the grow room. That's where this falls under. Because they're like, you know what? Those rooms are problematic because all they're doing is encouraging that follow for follow and the gift baiting. And so TikTok's like, hey, you got to be mindful of those type of rooms. So they get in trouble quite a bit if you go about it wrong, where you're just encouraging all that in your live stream. You got to be careful about what you say and how you say it in those rooms. Again, that's another room where I think they kind of get away with things because it's also producing, monetizing for the room. My friend got a 3-day suspension the other day for being in a grow room. Wow. So the friend got in trouble for, as a viewer, really, for being in one. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, Deborah. For being in the room? Interesting. What increases the fine for going live? I'm only getting like cents. How do you grow to real money? She was a mod for it, a monitor for it. She was a moderator. Oh, interesting. Oh, so it was her pinning and not pinning, maybe. Interesting. What do they do in the room? True. Moderator, yeah. It depends on your question. The therapy girl, LCSW. It depends on what you're offering in your room. I think a lot of it is, the value add that you're sharing to your community. There's some things you can offer from your live goal, and you can say the type of ways you want people to support. Maybe viewer wishes panel. That could be a way where you can encourage people to engage and support that way. It just depends. I normally say every penny counts, so we start somewhere. My first live, I was getting 7 cents. The second line, I got 3 cents. I jokingly say by the end of the week, I had made over $1. I was like, oh, this is interesting. But it grows. As you grow, as things improve, it grows too. So it'll get better. So, you have to think of it. I think of it as like a month-to-month experience of what I've grown to and expect for monetization. Doc, if I go into one of those rooms in the morning before my live, is it negative affects my live room numbers? It negative affects my... Is that a question? Oh, really? You've had that happen? That I don't see a question mark. I think that is an actual statement. Interesting. TikTok's like, where you go matters. Interesting. Yeah. Awesome. You said that's me? Because the first couple lives, you're like, what is this? What am I doing here? Exactly. Yes, negative. Wow. That's interesting. Those rooms, TikTok is seeing you. Like, okay, I see you. It seems to be up and down. Depot depends in people's resources. Yeah. Thank you so much, Deborah. Appreciate you. Wow. Depending on people's resources. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. The monetization is just that. I mean, it definitely depends on what people's resources are. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Depends on people's resources. Depends on who's in your room. It depends on the growth of your room. Depends on what you're talking about and sharing with people in terms of how to engage. If you have a super fan, if you don't offer that type of service, if you don't have Service Plus and you don't offer that. So there's so many contingents to it. A lot of it is based on how you are educating people to support your goals. Because a lot of people come here and they think it's TV. They just sitting here watching. Nobody's tapping the screen, sharing out the live. All the things that you should do for an interactive experience as a viewer, people don't tend to do it until you ask them to do it. So you're going to have to make sure you ask them to support and just be mindful. Like, your community might be a room full of a lot of new people with no blue boxes, no daily heart me's. So again, how are you helping them understand the proper way to engage? Because that is helping them to build community as well. He said, I get a lot of even when I encourage them. Yeah. You get a lot of people just looking, even when you encourage them. Yeah. It's going to take time. That's all I say. It'll take time. It won't happen overnight. I'm curious now, what's the average percent of people who do give? Yeah. I don't know. What do you mean the average percent of people who do gift? There's a lot of people with no blue boxes. I'm just saying. You see a lot of people who have never sent a gift before. Thank you for the first who cares? You're the first who really cares. Oh, you're welcome, friend. I have a blue box by my name. Have no clue what that means. Oh, like this live. Um, Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the care stickers. I appreciate it. The therapy girl, you've been here before though. We haven't talked about the blue box. Are you saying is this your first time in my room? Let me know. If there's 100 people in the room, how many of them will actually give gifts? Um, Again, it just depends on your room. I've had 1,000 people come through this room, and I've had 90 gifters. so, so I don't know, what is that? 1%? Yeah, 1%. So it ain't a high percentage, friend. So, Florida Vibes, welcome to the room, my first. Yes, I've been here, but I haven't heard about the blue box. Our friend has not heard about the blue box, y'all. Your first time too, Mountain Girl. What am I doing? How this is an example of when you got new people come in, you gotta make sure you constantly reiterate things. How you doing, friend? Does it make sense to educate your live viewers about the blue box before your content? I think it's important if you try to think of segments. So maybe you do some early engagement early in the room, and then maybe you have to come back in the end and do it again. So tell me about the blue box. Let me talk about the blue box. All right. I think general scrollers have no idea about blue boxes. I wouldn't have even known, not for this room. Really? Popping blue box cherries. Y'all so funny. All right. Let me do the blue box real quick. I'll do the blue box real quick. Put the word blue in the chat. Put the word blue in the chat. Everybody put the word blue in chat. Oh, hold on one second. I had to charge my phone. Put the word blue in the chat for me. When you put the word blue in the chat, I want you to click your photo. I'm going to put blue in the chat for myself as well. Once you click the word, I'm going to click your photo where you put your word blue at, your little image here. I'm going to click my own. And then I'm not going to try to show my phone a whole lot because TikTok acts funny when you show your phone. But I want you to click your LV number, your LV dot, whatever your number is. It could be 0. It could be, mine has a blue box that says 22. I'm going to click that. So I'm going to click my 22. Yours could be 2. Yours could be 3. It could be 23. It could be 11. It could be 4, 26. Whatever your number is, click it. It's the blue box, the LV number. You should have a blue screen that pops up. That blue screen tells you about your experience. There's a question mark, so you guys can go back and read this for yourself. There's a question mark in the top right corner. Throughout this app, you'll find different places you'll see question marks, and it kind of explains. It's a question mark or exclamation mark. One or two will explain what's happening on this app. So this blue screen tells you your level of engagement, and the main thing I want you to pay attention to is your level of points. So we'll get to that in a second. But in the middle of the screen, that symbol that you have for your, hey, you got it. I got it. I know where to go to change accounts. Okay. Yeah, put it in the account for me. Let me know, Linda, if you what you found out. Put it in the chat for us. And so when it comes to that symbol, TikTok takes you through level 1 to level 50. Your symbol kind of changes depending on what range you're in. It goes from 1 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and then 40 to 50 essentially. And so those symbols change. The shade of blue changes. It goes from like a lighter blue at one level 1 box and goes up to like a purplish color. Okay, my box went away. I see it. It says 19. And so when you're getting your blue box, people ask me what's a good level. I say 25. 25 allows you to fly into the room when the room is less than 100 people. If the room is over 100 people, 35 and above fly in. All right. So some of you might be 25, 26, 27. You're like, oh, when I go to such and such room, there's like 200 people in the room. I don't fly in. Why don't I fly in? Because you need to be 35 and above. So just keep that in mind. Yours were the blue box. I'm so new this. You have a grayed out 27. That means that you need to reactivate your blue box because it goes gray when you haven't done anything in 7 days. You got to have coins on your account to have a blue box too. So if you need to recharge, you can click the gift box. In the lower corner, it says how many coins you have, or it says the word recharge. If you click that number or click that word recharge, it takes you to a screen. I'm going to tell you to pause. Don't buy in the app. You'll see a line that says recharge on TikTok.com for a 25% discount. TikTok.com/coin, COIN, for a 25% discount. So get coins there to get the most for your money. Don't break the bank. $10, $20 on your account to start is enough to get started with your engagement. Getting daily heart me's, getting the other things you need to do, populars, roses. Those are the things that you can do so you don't have to break the bank. It says you have to download Seller Center app. Go to bottom of the page and you can unlink accounts. Gotcha. That's if you're trying to go from business to personal. Gotcha. Okay, it's me. Hello, friend. I'll find it sooner or later. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so you just need to get coins in your account. You can unlink your account personal to business 3 times. Oh, okay, gotcha. Did not know that. So when it comes to that the numbers here, I want you guys to pay attention. There's a little scrolling message. You see the points to level up? Those are the points I want you to pay attention to. The points there tells you how many points you've gotten. That's that first set of numbers. It's the / number. Tells you how many points you need to get to the next level. And then those level up points is the difference. So if I gave the example earlier, if you need 50 points to level up, okay, and you send a hand heart with this, which is 100 points, it's going to allow you to level up. And then you have those other 50 points that go towards the next level. Does that make sense? So you're paying attention to that. Repeat the part about flying into a room depending on the number of people in the room. 100 people or less, you fly in at level 25. So Deborah, you're not flying in yet. You're 23. 100 people or less is 25. 100 people or more is 101 people or more is 35 and above. Follow, share, comment, like our business out here. Thank you so much, friend Leslie. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody engaging. Okay, so that is the blue box in a nutshell. Let me know if you got what I put down. Let me know if you got what I put down. If you got that, here's why that's important. Really quickly. Here's the why. Got it. Perfect. Here's the why, friends. And again, you manage your budget. Thank you for that, Daily Heart Me. If you're trying to be a live host, okay? I say this all the time. If you're trying to be a live host, there are things you're going to have to say and do to get your viewers to engage. This is an engagement app. Hey, Lisa, look at you, level 22 in the room. Thank you so much. She leveled up for the fan club. Thank you so much for the hand heart. I appreciate that. Level up, Kate. Congratulations, friend. Thank you so much. So there's things you're gonna have to tell your community to do, and what I share it with you is that you're gonna want people to support your flash goal, your daily heart me goal. You're gonna want them to offer populars to get you to league up or be on the For You feed, not For You feed, on the popular ranking screen. That's up here. You'll see it if you click here. It tells you about popular level. So you're going to need that support from your viewers and that engagement. They have to have coins on their account to do it. And a lot of people don't know they have to do that. How do you do those stickers? What stickers? Oh, in the comment. Canva and ChatGPT, between the two of them. Yeah, that was it. My son did it, and then a creator on the agency did it as well, did the other stickers. So yeah. Thank you so much, friends. So I'm going to get off shortly. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I'm going to get off shortly. But yeah, engagement matters to how you operate as a live host, because you need to have your supporters support you. So you need to be a supporter supporting your supporters. Does that make sense? Like, as a live host, you gotta also be a supporter. And that's how you get more support. You got to go out and support others. So you want to be as intentional and strategic as possible. Thank you for all the great information. Love you. Thank you so much. Did day 2 of my live yesterday. Congratulations. How did it go? Yeah, let us know how it went, friend. Couple things about the live monetization. Finally got over 1,000 followers. Look at you, friend. Yay, you. Yay. Congratulations. You don't want to have risky behavior. Risky behavior is like driving while going live, skydiving, parkour where you're jumping from building to building, juggling knives. You cannot do any of that here. That's risky behavior. Shocking and graphic behavior, juggling knives, jumping from buildings, those type of things, jumping off roofs. And so just recognizing that you got to be mindful of what you do and making sure you don't do anything that is totally unsafe and unorthodox. I will schedule a one-on-one with you soon. Oh, thank you so much. You said very excited. You're welcome, friend. Is a half-hour live beneficial at all? You want to try to get to the point where you're going at least 61 minutes. So it's not that it's not beneficial. You went live, but are you really advancing? Kind of. It's helpful. But try to go live at least an hour. That's what you want. Okay? Other thing is mature behavior and divisive and misleading behavior. Those are things that TikTok is like, you cannot act that way. All right? So be careful about what you say and do in your live stream. I talked about the speed analogy. Excessive gifting can cause a problem. Static imagery violations. This goes back to the voice chat. So voice chat you can do. TikTok is saying your voice chat needs to be interactive. You cannot just turn on the voice chat and you walk away. And you're playing TikTok music and your mic is muted. People are getting their lives shut down that way too. So your live must be interactive. When it comes to being on a screen and you don't show yourself, but you're concealing yourself behind the gingerbread man, that's a problem now too. So they're saying they're trying to minimize the usage of that because people could obviously have a minor behind the screen. They could be doing inappropriate activity on the live stream. And the gingerbread man covers up your whole face and you don't know who's behind the screen. So yeah. So that's an effect. This is an effect. So that's one of those effects that can get you in trouble. All right, friends. Let me know if there's any questions. So yeah, let me know if there's any last minute questions. Happy Wednesday. Hey, helpful. Thank you so much, friend. So I'm going to get off shortly. If you happy Wednesday, they created now that they're going to punish you for using it. Yeah, exactly. Real talk. Yeah. I did my first live yesterday for an hour. It went okay. How do you make the hand clap sound? That's under the wand. When you go live, you'll see sound effects, voice effects. So all types of effects are there. Yeah. Effects. And so sound effects is where you have the different clapping noise. There's a sound bar that will pin here. It's not working for my phone. Certain phones it's working for certain people, but it's not working lately. So someone asked, how do you add clapping sounds? Yeah. So did you hear my answer? That's how you do it. A niche is my struggle. Oh, yeah. Finding the topic, finding the niche. I did a video today. I said use Creator Search Insights to also think about content that you could post about. Content you post about essentially should be similar to what you talk about in your life. So if you're posting content, what are you posting content about? That should be where you should go live and talk about that stuff too. How about having sound effects and flashbacks? I got nervous and confused. You got it, friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, friends. I appreciate all of you guys. I've done 2 hours and 35 minutes. I appreciate everyone who is here. If you want to claim your points up top, claim your points. That's where you level. I didn't move my little board. Our board can move. What the heck? Oh my gosh, touching different things. I'm gonna have to move it back later. Okay, I didn't know I could move. I went right to it. Okay. Thank you so much for the shares. I appreciate you guys. Claim your points. Wow, thank you for your time and wisdom. You are so welcome. Thank you for always, Dr. Lisa. Oh, you're so welcome, Spiritual. I appreciate you, friend. You guys are awesome. Is there a way to change your face if you have a disfigurement you want to conceal? No, Ginger. Um, Makeup. You can do the filters for makeup, potentially. But beyond that, no. I think, if you do a filter, it has to be a filter that's not going to be 100% concealing. But those are the things I can think of. Yeah. Oh, you laughed at me because I said makeup. Well, I was thinking makeup, but I was thinking like the makeup filter. There's that, there's the filter you can do and see if that helps. Or do one of the effects with makeup, but it's not necessarily concealing you. You are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I take compliments. Thank you so much. Yeah, the effects. Yeah, that's what I was thinking under there, or either the actual filter. Okay. All right, my dear friends. I use the effects makeup. Yeah, yeah. You could do that. Let me know if that answers your question, friend. Appreciate you asking that. Yeah, just be mindful that you can't, yeah, you won't be able to kind of totally conceal yourself anymore. Again, you got to be careful. Minors, people have minors in the background. Gingerbread man, you don't see it. You don't know there's a kid in the room or something else going on because it covers the whole screen. Yeah. Thank you. Love you too. Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. If you guys need support, I'm going to pay my Service Plus one more time. I do one-on-one consultations. I do coaching. You can click my arrow here in the corner to do to get additional conversation questions about niche and your what to talk about, those type of things. I have some resources for you as well. So click that and I'll send you the information for it. But otherwise, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for all the engagement. Thank you for the watching, the comments, the stickers, the chats, the likes, all the things that came through and all the gifting. I appreciate all your support. Everyone have a phenomenal day. You're welcome. You have a phenomenal day as well. And so I will see you guys back at 4 o'clock-ish. I will be back a little later. But thank you so much for engaging. I appreciate you all. And I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, let me say my saying. And remember, practice makes progress. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to go live. All right? All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you back up.